Well, I'll look for him in the box. If I see him, I'll add him back. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
31.
Do you support Trump?
Yeah, I support Trump for the most part. In particular, I think he's done a really solid job with foreign policy. I think his foreign policy is a big improvement over the Biden-Harris administration.
Okay. All right. Give me 1 second. Luke, you there? Luke, hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, good. All right. Sorry, you were saying Andrew?
Yeah, I was saying one of the reasons I support Trump, I don't support Trump 100%, but I think Trump has done, for the most part, commendable job with foreign policy in both his terms as president. I think it's a big improvement from the ineptitude of the Biden-Harris administration, which, I'm very critical of.
If you could go back in time, would you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, I would vote for Trump. I think he just has some better policies than the Biden-Harris administration.
Like which ones?
I'm not
Like in specific?
foreign policy. I like the current events that Trump has done with his treatment of the whole Iran conflict. I think what he tried to do as far as dismantling Iran's nuclear capabilities was very shrewd. I think he did a good job of balancing a limited action without getting us into a boots on the ground sort of conflict that I think most Americans wouldn't agree with. I think he struck a really good balance.
Do you agree with him pulling out of the nuclear peace agreement?
Yes, because Iran was doing things to subvert the agreement. And I do not think that Iran was complying or negotiating.
What did they do? I mean, we had 24/7 surveillance. How are they not following through with what they agreed to?
They started, first of all, they built nuclear enrichment facilities in underground locations to purposely hide it from international view. I think that only shows.
Wait. Are you saying that they did that while they had the agreement? What's your source?
They were. I think their policy in general of constructing these facilities, we can't trust Iran to negotiate or to operate.
I'm confused. I asked you for a source. Would you like to provide that one?
A source for what?
A source for Iran specifically developing nuclear enrichment facilities underground to evade, right, the 24/7 surveillance specifically designated by the agreement they set up with the United States for the nuclear peace agreement. So please provide me any good evidence of that.
Well, we know that they constructed an underground nuclear enrichment facility. We saw satellite photos, so I'm not sure what your argument is. I mean, it's pretty. I've never heard anyone dispute the fact that they're building uranium enrichment and hiding it underground.
Yeah, you said no. Listen, you said during specifically when they had the agreement. So give me any evidence that they were building things that were not surveilled under the agreement when the agreement was in place.
So that facility that was bombed a couple of days ago by Israel, part of the agreement was that they agreed to dismantle it. And in actuality, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps ordered them to repurpose that facility in violation of the agreement. I'm going to see if I can find a source on this.
Go ahead.
But my point being, while I try and look this up, my point being was that I do not think we could trust Iran to negotiate and operate in good faith, because there's no other reason to create a nuclear enrichment facility, hide it underground, away from satellites, away from being attacked.
Dude, I asked for any good, instead of yapping, can you provide any good evidence that it happened when we had the agreement with them? Because that's the original claim you made. And I honestly don't want to hear it.
I'm saying that they did things within that agreement to subvert it. And I could give you other examples. They sold oil to countries when we had a ban on that. And then
didn't we get rid of the sanction?
I'm sorry, repeat that.
Didn't we get rid of sanctions and unfreeze their accounts specifically so that they would accept the nuclear peace agreement?
Yeah, we did. That's right.
Then how are they violating the deal?
Well, we released sanctions. Yes, we released sanctions in exchange for them agreeing to, chill out with their nuclear enrichment, limit it to a certain percent of enrichment. But at the same time, they funded proxy groups for terrorist organizations. So that's another example. Like I could give you there's multiple things that they did, whether it is specific to the agreement we had with them or in other ways that are against our national interests. We should not be trusting a country not to enrich uranium for bad purposes when they're actively doing things against our national interests. I don't know why you would dispute that. Do you think we should trust people with when the threshold is nuclear weapons, a very serious matter? Do you think we should trust them when they are actively funding international terrorist groups?
So you're never going to provide any evidence, any sources at all. Just
Let me ask
trust
you
me,
a question.
bros. Because
I asked you a
we had
question.
24/7
It's a very logical
unprecedented
argument.
we had 24/7 unprecedented surveillance over their nuclear enrichment facilities. The idea you had that they were specifically engaging in development of nuclear weapons in terms of these nuclear enrichment facilities, right, during the time that we had the agreement is a conspiracy theory that lacks any evidence. You are making this up to justify Donald Trump pulling out of the agreement, which put us in the circumstance in the very first place. We were saying that we even had to, right, drop bombs in their country in the very first place.
No, I don't agree with that. I don't think, we know that they had facility, like you're making it seem like we were able to inspect everything. At no point were we able to inspect everything. They had limits on what we could inspect. They had underground facilities that they were not allowing international people to go and view. So we cannot trust them, no matter what.
So wait, so repeat that one more time.
They had limits on what they would let us inspect and what they wouldn't let us inspect. It was not a perfect agreement, no matter how you look at it.
It was unprecedented access into what limits?
Forda, for one of them, that's never been a facility that they let us inspect it.
Wait, repeat. What was the limit?
Forda, they have never.
I can't hear you. Say that one more time.
Forda, the facility that was just bombed by the U.S., has never been able to be inspected by international sources.
Can you provide me a source?
That has been a clandestine. That has
provide
been
me a source?
We know we haven't been there.
I am gonna go crazy.
Is he for obvious facts? I really don't. It's always been a clandestine facility.
Can you give me something genuine? If not, I want to say to the chat, like, we got good news coming out of New York. Mamdani might be able to pull out the primary race. It is looking like that might be a possibility, chat. Just to say. So that's something to look out. Zoran might be taking the seat. That's definitely something to be really happy about, to be honest. That's something that could happen. I mean, to even tell y'all even more, Matt just sent me a text saying just my initial prediction, but I'm fairly confident Mamdani will win the Democratic primary to be New York mayor. That's at least the text message that I just got from Matt. So yeah, you were saying?
I'm saying Fordo has always been a clandestine nuclear enrichment facility. There's never been appropriate inspections by the AIA.
There's never been appropriate inspections. There has been. There's literally 24/7 surveillance. You're just making things up. Can you provide a single source? Like, give me one place where you've got... Where do you get your news from?
From a variety of different sources. Reuters, AP, British Broadcasting. I try to get it from a diverse international news agencies, things of that nature.
Okay, so I don't believe you when you say that you try to get it from any good sources at all. I'm guessing that you go to Newsmax, Sky News, Twitter.
Let's say even even if we were able to inspect everything we wanted to inspect, how could we negotiate with Iran in good faith? Even if we believe that they are not actively engaging in the development of nuclear weapons, why would we want
Okay, so then
them?
if you don't think that they would be able to get a peaceful deal at all, and you think that the only way you can prevent them from doing that is just by bombing them, right? Then of course you're going to be like, oh, we should bomb them. But you're just eliminating all nuance, all reason, all evidence, all sources from the matter, and you're just saying, whatever Donald Trump's doing, I'm going to look for some post hoc rationalization for this. Which means like
No,
after the fact
I think
rationalization.
there's other reasons, to be fair, for us to counter Iranian their regime's strengthening of their military capabilities beyond the fact that they could develop nuclear weapons. I think they are a threat to us and our allies outside of their nuclear capabilities. And I
Okay,
think
so then why does Donald Trump not want to do regime change now, apparently?
because he's worried about that creating further instability within Iran.
Okay, so then what are you going to get done differently? Is that not creating instability?
No, I don't believe it is. I believe he's doing a good job of balancing weakening the
Yeah,
military capabilities of it.
him bombing the country doesn't create any instability.
I think
What?
I think it was very good in the fact of how limited it was. It was a precision strike. It didn't target civilian infrastructure. It targeted nuclear enrichment facilities. He could have done a lot more to, have a much
But
bigger
it's
military.
incredibly egotistical for him to assume that like they aren't going to respond and that he's going to be able to get a ceasefire done right away. Like that's ridiculous.
I don't think there's anything ridiculous about it. I
That
mean,
is overwhelmingly ridiculous.
I think it's what he's done has been remarkably successful. I mean, he ordered B 2 bombers to fly virtually undetected over Iran. Our intelligence seems to show that the three facilities were sufficiently destroyed, delaying Iran's ability to create nuclear weapons. That's a big consensus that a lot of people would agree with. No American service members were killed. And the only reaction from Iran, everyone was talking about them possibly blocking the Strait of Hormuz. So far that hasn't happened. And so far, the only retaliation from Iran has been a very weak launching of a few missiles at a U.S. base in Iran. I'm sorry, in Qatar, where we had advance warnings in order to limit the amount of damage, in order to intercept the weapons that were fired. I would call that a success. I mean, I think you got to give credit when credit's due. I'm all ears if you want to criticize other foreign policy decisions by the Trump administration. But I think this has been a really good balance of a limited force projection by us. I think the timing was good, first of all. And I think additionally, the secession and hostilities, fingers crossed, between Israel and Iran is really good. And I think that since Trump negotiated this ceasefire, time remains to be seen whether it's effective. Okay, I will give you that. But so far, the amount of
It's
fire
not in
between
place at all. It's
Israel,
already not effective. It took 2 hours to not be effective again. You still have yet to provide any fucking source of the matter. You have nothing. Absolutely nothing you've provided in terms of a source. Push the greeting heart.
how
For
how are you
anything you
gonna
said.
how are you gonna say that the ceasefire between Israel and Iran is not effective? I mean, yes, there's been some limited.
Because they've been bombing each other. Because Donald Trump himself went in front of the media and he was like, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Hello? Patrick Starr, are you there? Hello? Richard, thank you so much for the $50 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. For this guy gets his information from the DJT conspiracy faucet. For real. Donald J. Trump conspiracy faucet. That's real. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. As well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat. Is it gonna? Is it gonna invite or unmute? Unmute your mic, bro.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I think the ceasefire, it hasn't been perfect, but it has toned down a little bit of the hostilities. There's less of a rate of fire than there was over the past 12 days. And
No.
time remains to be seen.
So it clearly it didn't do it. Clearly, that even Trump said this. So you're just like you're fighting a
The
fight that doesn't exist.
proportionality has been less. I'm not saying it's perfect, but
Okay,
there's
how
been
do you
less
even judge that, dude? How do you even judge that?
quantitatively. How many rockets
well,
has Iran fired today?
How many?
versus
Tell me.
the other
How many?
12? I'll look it up.
Go ahead. Go look it up.
How many rockets?
Thank you so
fired?
much for the $25 for Zoran Mamdani is killing it. Yes, I wish I could. I was trying to look up to see if I could find anything of him speaking or anything. I would react to it on the live. Like, I would love to see him speaking right now, because I see his reaction to everything. What's going on? But yeah, you continue.
Yeah, I'm looking up a source to see how many rockets have fired today versus the initial days of the war. I'll let you know when I find it. I'm actually pretty interested in that as well. But, the news headlines certainly show that there have been less hostilities today than the initial days of the war. And I think Trump is doing a good job to get us a step in the right direction. Has it been perfect? No.
Okay, I can't run over the same point a million times. I can't do it anymore. I'm sorry, chat. I really dude, I really, if he says the same thing another time after I respond to it, I'm just gonna literally end up throwing my head to the wall. Literally. There's no way I could keep doing that. That's crazy.
Meow.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yeah, first off, yeah, you can't be telling everyone look for a source because not everyone's gonna remember everything they see. You know what I mean? They see something, they're not gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, it's from that." Then
Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Justice for fetuses to debate.
I don't even know what they said. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
20.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Okay. Why so?
I think the left has a piss poor representation and the right has a better representation. So I just kind of went with on the party side alignment of who to vote for.
Okay. What representation are you referencing in terms of the candidates?
Social issues, like Democratic Party having a very vast different outlook of social issues compared to the right.
Have I talked to you before?
Yeah, you have. Yo,
what's up? How old are you?
38.
Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Why so?
I mean, he was just much better than Kamala Harris.
Kamala, why so?
I mean, wasn't sitting there trying to, wasn't proposing some of the crazy stuff she was wanting to do. I mean, I think that offering $25,000 for homes is just going to increase the price of homes by $25,000.
No, it won't.
And so that wouldn't benefit. Yes, it would. That's
No.
exactly how economics works.
No, it doesn't. Because
How
yeah, because
how does it not work that way?
because not everyone gets the $25,000 credit. not everyone is going to only spend. Not everyone is going to be able to apply the $25,000 credit to every house, right? It's only applicable to new houses, so it's for first-time home buyers for new houses. So it won't go up by 25,000, but it will go up to some degree, and that's actually intentional to then incentivize and stimulate the building of new houses in places where people want to live.
Yeah, but there's other ways to stimulate the building of new houses by cutting regulation. I mean, California has horrible regulations on building new homes when it comes to sectioning housing versus
be clear with the specific regulations. What
that.
specific regulations so that I can address it?
California has a hard time, or it's a difficult time to build apartments out in California versus single family homes.
Okay.
So building apartments would
Can you
allow
tell me
more
what
people
regulation
to
you're
obviously-
referencing?
I'd have to look it up, Parker. I'm not sure, dude.
Okay. So in terms of a $25,000 tax credit for first-time home buyers for new homes, it's something you can apply from a federal basis across the board that would actually stimulate the building of houses in places where people want to live. So that's one housing affordability policy. I have a question. Did Donald Trump have any housing affordability policy?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Isn't
But
that
he's
an
just going to
issue?
leave it to. I'd rather leave it to the market than to have government come in and step in and say, "Hey, you must do this."
So then he doesn't want any housing affordability plans. So you disagree with all Section 8 funding, correct?
Yeah, I would say I disagree with Section 8
So
funding.
you want to cut Section 8?
Yeah, I would be perfectly fine with that.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest, Parker.
That'll make it harder for people to live?
I don't think it would make it harder for people to live.
Really, yeah.
I think it-
it would make it harder at all for the people that rely on it.
I don't think that it would make it harder for people to live. I think that honestly, it would
For the
end
people
up
who rely on it.
encouraging people to go out and get jobs.
Okay, so your response, instead of allowing people to get access to affordable housing or Section 8 housing in terms of extra funding, your response is then just get a job, right?
Yeah, that's my
Oh.
response. Get a job.
Okay. What if they already have a job? Are you saying they should get a second job?
No, I'm not assuming that they should get a second job, but I mean, if they're thinking that they should continue to work at some fast food restaurant, thinking that that's going to provide them with enough money to buy a house or to do something along those lines, then they should go find a new job with the skills that they've gained from their current job.
They're just like, dude, yeah, you know what? Just find a new job that pays more. You know, I don't think they ever thought about that one before. That's some new information for them.
I think that a lot of people really sometimes just feel stuck.
Get a job that pays more money. Oh my god! Wow, dude, I never thought about that one before.
Oh, okay. All right. Do you want to know other reasons?
Mm-hmm.
His abortion policy.
Okay, wait. So are you just gonna? Well, we can go. I want to finish talking about this real quick. Are you Christian?
Okay. Am I a Christian? Yes, I am.
Would Jesus want to cut food stamps and Medicaid and Section 8?
Jesus would tell people that if they don't work, they don't eat.
Really? That's why he dropped free manna from the sky?
That is why he also says in First Thessalonians, or Paul writes in First Thessalonians, that if you don't work, you won't eat.
Yeah, so you agree that dropping free manna from the sky, that's definitely pro, like, if you don't work, you don't eat.
Yeah, that was a sign. That's a theological sign, Parker.
What's your point?
My point is that it isn't meant to base. I mean, yeah, cool. Jesus gave a free picnic. That's awesome. But it's not meant to basically be like he's always going to just give free food because he's some socialist.
Oh.
Jesus wasn't a socialist.
Oh, so to clarify, you would say that, like, you know, God would just, like, let people. You think God would want you to let people to starve to death?
No, I think that people should sit there and help other people when they need to.
Okay,
be helped.
well, I just want to clarify.
Privately, but I don't think the government needs to. Step
So
in
would Jesus
and
cut food stamps?
provide help? What's that?
So would Jesus cut food stamps?
I told you, he would say, if you don't work, you don't eat.
Okay, so yes, Jesus would cut food stamps.
Probably, yeah.
Jesus would cut Medicaid.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I would help those who need to be helped.
Jesus would
but-
increase taxes on the low and middle class while decreasing taxes on rich people.
Yeah, Parker, that is flat out false when it comes to the 2017 Trump tax cuts.
We're talking specifically about the big beautiful bill.
Oh, the one big beautiful bill. The one big beautiful bill. It's a great bill.
It's a horrible bill.
It's a great bill. That's what I've been told.
Yeah, because you believe everything that the cult tells you. David, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Yes, a significant number of people on Section 8 work. That's very true. Sid, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much, Sid. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Sid.
To be honest with you,
and then Lovey,
really
thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I know a woman who has 3 kids. Her husband passed a year ago. She works 2 jobs while going to school full time, and she lives in Section 8. If it's taken from her, it would be catastrophic. That's horrible.
Okay.
That's horrible. Yeah, you want to take away their Section 8 housing. In terms of that, housing affordability is actually insane.
Oh, okay. Cool. They can think I'm insane. That's what I believe.
And Sid, that's so funny. Sid, that's really funny. Go ahead, you were saying? Again, Sid, think of the $10. Yeah, you were saying?
Yeah, I was just saying, like, okay, cool. They're allowed to believe that. It's my opinion. I'm allowed to have it.
That doesn't mean that it's like a justified opinion, so you should respond to my points about it. That's the reason why you're on the line, right?
Well, the reason that I think that those funding should be cut is because I don't think that it's the government's responsibility. I think that falls to private organizations. I think that would fall to private individuals, and that I don't think the government should be involved in that. I'm very much like Milton Friedman, where I think that there are just certain agencies of the government that should be.
Do you think we should cut Social Security?
Abolished. Yes, that's a Ponzi scheme.
Should we cut Medicare?
Yes.
Okay. Should we cut all food stamps?
Yes.
Should we? So you want to cut all Section 8 as well? Do you want to cut the Department of Education?
Yep.
Do you want to cut funding for police?
Yeah, I don't think the federal government should be giving money to police departments. I think
what
that
about
those should
military?
Be in states and local. Oh, I think that the military shouldn't be allowed to get any more funding until they can pass a damn audit.
Okay, well, actually, that's one point I agree with you on. Well, not like zero money, but like you have to pass audits.
Yeah, you have to be able to pass an audit to get.
Lovey, thank you so much for the $10. Would you agree cutting the VA?
Yes. I think that should be rolled under the Defense Department.
Okay. So you'd cut essentially all social services.
Oh no, that's so horrible.
Would you cut disability?
Social Security disability or any kind of disability?
Does that matter?
No, not really.
So would you cut it?
Yeah, I don't think that the government should honestly be involved in that.
You would cut funding to help disabled Americans.
I would cut funding that I don't think the government should.
I'm kicking this guy, dude. What a fucking crazy guy. What an insane lunatic. Yo, what's it? How old are you?
Debate Edna mode. Debate Edna. Debate Edna.
Once they figure out what a single Donald Trump policy that he influenced to get passed that has anything that does not relate to 0.5% of the population. I saw the clip. Yeah, they are insufferable. I definitely am happy that I decided not to debate them. They sound like a waste of time to debate. Yo, so how old are you?
25.
Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Tara, think of the galaxy. Thank you so much. Why do you support Trump?
Trump's a piece of shit, and Parker, you're amazing. So's Dean. Love yous, bye.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. We are just looking for some debates. Only sending extra requests if you do support Donald Trump. Tara, think of the galaxy. I appreciate it. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as if you want to support me over YouTube Super Chat as well. Also, a free way to support me is either follow here on TikTok and also to subscribe here on YouTube. I would really appreciate that. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
40 plus.
Do you support Trump?
Some of his policies I do, and some I don't.
Like, if you could go back in time and vote again, who would you vote for, Kamala Harris or Donald Trump?
Kamala Harris, no.
W. That's a W. We are just looking for some people who specifically, if they could go back in time, would vote for Donald Trump still. So that's a W. Elizabeth, how do you? Okay, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Please, everybody, only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. What's up? How old are you? Katie, thank you so much for the money, guy.
19.
Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
What's your birth year?
2005.
What month?
November.
Okay, Mike, how old are you?
You.
48.
Do you support Trump?
Yeah, 100%, baby.
Okay, for sure, Mike. Give me 1 second. Okay. I missed. Why do you support Trump?
Because he's smart.
They're totally trolling. All right, Mike, why do you support Donald Trump?
There's many reasons. We want to bring the jobs back to America. That's one.
Okay, how is Donald Trump going to bring jobs back to America?
We got to open up the factories that were shut down, over the past, 20 years, I guess.
Did you know there was a greater increase in manufacturing investment under the Biden-Harris administration compared to the Trump administration? It was stagnant under Trump, and it heavily increased under the Biden-Harris administration.
Okay.
Is that it?
Do you have any more specific stats on that as well?
Is there someone that's getting you to troll?
No.
Yeah,
Why are they
my
whispering?
daughter's next to me. Yeah, my daughter's next to me.
Does she support Trump?
No, not at all. She watches your show 7 days a week. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they got you to come on the live because
She's got me
support
on
Trump.
here. Yeah.
Okay. So wait. So then clarify. Why do you support Trump? We got you.
I mean, right now I'm on the spot, but there's many reasons. I can't even think live on the air right now, but
Yeah, just to help you out, there's 2,800 people on YouTube and there's 5,800 people here on TikTok. No pressure.
yeah. I just there's many reasons. He's trying to help the middle class in this country, who are suffering, and he's trying to put more money into our pockets and lower gas prices. But my daughter Haley's been bringing up a lot of points over the past few months. For example, like gas prices, they haven't gone down that much as far as I know. We live on Long Island in New York.
Yeah. So here's my points. Gas did slightly go down in price. Now we actually might likely see prices increase in terms of gas here pretty soon, especially if something happens with like the strait that specifically Iran controls. Because if they limit that, that's going to limit 20% of the global distribution of oil, which will heavily impact prices globally in terms of our cost of production. So that is definitely at risk of going higher, along with the fact that when tariffs are implemented again, that will cause prices to go higher. And that's the only way that you'd see, jobs come back to America in a certain sense, which would then also entail that there are going to be higher prices. So the idea that you have that like there are going to be lower prices with Donald Trump in office or the economy is going to be better actually isn't justified by any metrics. Like,
Yeah, I
there's no
understand.
good evidence to indicate that. What's up?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's just that the middle class is suffering, and he just wants to help them out as much as possible. And
I don't mean to cut you off. I just want to ask you a question on that.
Yeah.
Can you name a single policy that Donald Trump passed that specifically benefits the middle class?
I'm sorry, I'm so nervous right now. I can't.
It's okay.
And my daughter's laughing right next to me. She's 16 years old.
Yeah. Just think about it in like a human to human sort of conversation here. Like, is there a
Right,
single
right.
reason that you have that you would just tell, like, say, a friend if they asked you, right, that a single thing that Donald Trump did to benefit the middle class?
There's certain things that he's doing, and I'm just so she's laughing. Yeah. Give me some more input if you don't mind from your end, if you want.
I got you. So Kamala Harris actually had policies to benefit the middle class, whereas Donald Trump's policies actually disproportionately negatively impacted the middle class. His big, beautiful bill would increase taxes for the bottom 80% of the country, according to the Center for Budget and Policy Priorities, right? According to like the extra cost imposed by cutting Medicaid and food stamps, Medicaid by over $800 billion over the next 10 years, and food stamps by $300 billion over the next 10 years, along with doing massive tax breaks for millionaires and billionaires and people who are making above $130,000 a year. So massive tax breaks for the rich and wealthy while increasing taxes on the low and middle class, which it seems like policy you should disagree with, right? Alongside adding trillions of dollars to the debt. And then when we look at Kamala Harris, she was advocating for a $6,000 child tax credit for the first year of a child's life, $3,600 through them being 5 years old, $3,000 through them being 18, right? Which would actually give families a lot more help in terms of the household, which actually, when implemented in 2021, reduced childhood poverty by 45%, right, through the American Rescue Plan. So there are plenty of things we can point to in terms of Kamala Harris's policies. That's just one example that would be significantly better for the middle class comparative to Donald Trump's policies, which is clearly harmful towards the middle class.
Yeah, exactly. And even like, this big, beautiful bill, which is adding, I think, $2 trillion potentially, to the deficit, which doesn't make any sense. And like rebuilding the military, I think we spend so much on the military, and how much military, do you have to, pay for out of the taxpayers' pockets,
Yeah, exactly. If you care about fiscal responsibility, well, the Biden-Harris administration actually was more fiscally responsible. In terms of debt-related spending, according to the Committee for Responsible Federal Budget, Donald Trump signed off $8.4 trillion debt-related spending his first administration, $4.8 trillion non-COVID related. For the Biden-Harris administration, $4.3 trillion overall, $2.2 trillion of it was non-COVID related. So significantly less in terms of debt-related spending for the prior administration. And even the campaign plans, according to the Committee for Responsible Federal Budget, Harris versus Trump, right, $4 trillion more over the next 10 years for Trump comparative to Harris. So Donald Trump is advocating for significantly more debt, right, and less fiscal responsibility, along with the fact that he's cutting people's benefits, right? So that seems like horrible for policies for typical Americans. So if you care about typical Americans, it seems like you wouldn't support someone like Donald Trump.
Yeah, and it doesn't make any sense, like Elon Musk, like, he's done a lot to get rid of the waste in the government, but, Trump wants to add on to that, add on to the deficit. And I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, even Elon said at one point when he felt enough courage to say it, that Donald Trump has gone against every single thing that he specifically fought for at Doge by specifically advocating for the big, beautiful bill. I mean, in terms of Doge, we only really got $60 billion in terms of itemized spending. And if they actually went after the Department of Defense or the military budget, we would have gotten significantly more. So I wonder why they specifically didn't go after that, if it is the case that they were looking after fraud. Because, I mean, they haven't passed the audits, right, for a very long time.
Right. Yeah, so my daughter Haley is helping me convince me to change my mind. And honestly, I've been watching you here and there over the past couple months, and you bring a lot of legit information, to the playing field. Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming up. I'm glad that I could change some of your views on things and open up your eyes, and same thing with your daughter in terms of opening up your eyes. That's great to hear, and also amazing to hear that she's involved with the content. So that's great. But I appreciate you coming up.
Yeah, great to support you.
Appreciate you. Have a great night.
Okay, you too.
Let's get some W's for Mike in the comment section, and W for Mike's daughter, by the way, as well. Tara, thank you for the fireworks. Thank you so much. That is the best possible thing you could do, right? If you have a family member, get them to come up on the live. Get them to come up on the live. I'll try to convince them. You see, I can't convince everyone. It's definitely possible that I might not convince your family member, but I will try my hardest. I always will. Jaden, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. Nathan, thank you for the $1. Thank you. Rado, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. And then Sonny, thank you so much for the $2. And then I think I'm caught up there. And then Obi-Wan Kenobi, thank you so much. I really appreciate the 20 Australian dollars. Thank you so much for the coconut tree, Michael. I appreciate it. We the people who rule the world, a force running, and every girl and boy, all rejoicing in the world. Try the truth prevails, justice for the people being served. Love will win. W's. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All right, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 19.
Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
What's your birth year?
I was born in 2005.
And you said you're 19?
Yes, I am.
What month?
October.
Okay, so why do you support Trump?
I just think he does, he's doing a lot of great things. I think, one thing I like about him is it's like if you look at the Iran and Israel war that just happened right now, when he comes out and he says he's going to do something, he actually does it. And he sticks to his word every time he says something. He doesn't play games. He's a very serious man and a very honest guy. And when he says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. I look at it as also a
Really? So I have a question. He said that he was going to end the Russia-Ukraine conflict in 24 hours. Did he do it?
Not necessarily.
No, not necessarily. So what did he do then?
But I'm talking about right now. The Iran and Israel war going on right now. He gave Iran 60 days. He told them that there was going to be like 60 days to figure out the nuclear thing, to not do it in anything. And on the 61st day, he bombed them. He bombed the nuclear sites and everything. And he also did not keep the war going, which is really nice because he wants peace. He doesn't want war or anything, but also he doesn't believe Iran should have nuclear sites. And I like what he did too, because even when Iran came back and struck a U.S. military base out on, I can't pronounce the country that starts with a Q. You probably heard of it.
Qatar.
Yeah, that country. Trump even came out and said that he's not even going to do anything because not only was it weak, but he wants peace and he doesn't want war with any country at all. It's like, you got to look at it years ago too.
That sounds weak. That sounds weak, bro. If Biden said that, you'd call that weak.
If Biden said what?
Biden said that same thing, you'd call it weak.
No, nobody liked Biden. Biden has stage, I believe it was, from what I read, it was stage 7 prostate cancer. Biden has had cancer for many years because it takes a while to get up to stage 7.
I'm confused. Where'd you see he was in stage 7 cancer?
Even Trump came out and said that, and even Trump felt bad for him.
Really? Trump said stage 7 cancer? Really? Can you please provide any evidence of that?
You can look it up all over the internet, all over the .org sites and stuff. And looking at it as a Republican and Democratic side, it's really hard.
Can you please tell me where I just want to know where you read that that it was on stage 7. That he's on stage 7.
I read this. I don't remember the exact website. It was months ago when I was reading this after Biden dropped out of the election. But let me tell you this. And this is my main reason for even going Republican over Democratic, okay?
No, hold up. Before you do.
Well, this is the main reason why I got on here.
I just want to let you know. How many stages of cancer are there?
I'm not 100% sure on that.
Do you think there are 7?
I really don't know.
You don't know? So then why'd you say stage 7?
Because that's what I was reading all over the internet.
Mm-hmm. Where on the internet did you read this?
You just look it up on Safari. I have an iPhone. I just look it up on Safari.
Mm-hmm. Can you look it up real quick?
Is there not 7 stages?
Just look it up real quick and then come back.
Okay. Well,
just do it real quick.
Okay. Well, if I'm wrong on that,
just go real quick and do it. Just swipe out of the app and go look.
Okay. I want to talk about this real quick in front of everybody. I know there's a lot of viewers, so this is something I would really like to talk about. Why I choose Republican and everything.
Why you choose Republican? Okay.
So, if you look at it, Trump became president. And because of some of the things Trump is doing, obviously there's a lot of people that respect it. There's a lot of people that hate it. Well, if you look at, everybody is rioting over it. People are destroying things. I mean, you look at the Mexicans or the people that don't want to go back to Mexico. They are destroying everything. They're rioting in LA. There was all these riots. and
Oh,
stuff,
okay.
but
So why are you just saying Mexicans are rioting in LA?
because the Mexicans are the ones that don't want to go back. This is what makes no sense to me.
What? Wait, I'm sorry. There are Mexican Americans. You know that, right? My girlfriend is Mexican American. What do you mean the Mexicans need to go back? What the fuck are you talking about, you racist piece of shit? Xenophobic. Literally, this is fucking crazy. Hello? Are you gonna unmute your mic? What do you mean? Yeah, the only stage 7 is the stage 7 of bigotry that you're on. You got the
I don't know
infinity
how that
stones
even-
of bigotry.
I don't know how that even got muted.
Yeah, I did. I muted
Okay.
you.
Oh, well, this isn't me meaning anything racist. I'm not being racist.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
just
hate-
you did. Okay, what were you just saying?
Okay. They came from Mexico. Me saying the Mexicans, that's not me calling, that's not being racist.
No, you're saying
you got all these people
you
rioting.
said the Mexicans were rioting in LA. Why are you specifically just referencing people who are Mexican?
Because it's mostly Mexican. They're not all Mexican.
Wait,
but
where's
it's
your evidence of that? Can you provide me a source?
Look at it. They're holding Mexican
Look at
flags
it.
because
Look
they
at
don't
it.
want to go back to Mexico. They don't want to
Well,
go back to Mexico.
I'm sorry. Did you know that you can hold a Mexican flag and also not be Mexican? Did you know that?
So why are you in America holding a Mexican flag? You don't want to go back to your country, but you're destroying the American flag.
Wait. I'm sorry. Are you saying that people from Mexico should go back to their countries? That you're saying?
Yes.
You fucking
they are
disgusting
here-
piece of shit. And you're acting like, I'm not trying to be fucking racist. I'm not trying to be a bigot. You just said that people from Mexico should go back to their country, you fucking disgusting piece of shit. What are you talking about? What are you saying, dude? That is obvious. That is absolutely fucking bigotry.
Why should they be here illegally then?
Blah,
Tell me
blah. Thank
that.
you so much for the $10.
Why should that? You can't tell me why.
Wait, I'm sorry. You're referencing.
Why should they be here illegally? Tell me why they should be here illegally.
Wait, are you assuming everyone who's in the country is Mexican is here illegally?
I'm not assuming every Mexican, but all the ones that are here illegally. Why? Why should they be here illegally?
Wait, anyone who's in the country is undocumented, who hasn't committed violent crime or bad crime, I believe should be given a pathway to citizenship. But why would you only care about people who are Mexican specifically who are in the country undocumented?
I don't care about only that. My point is anybody who they don't like Donald Trump, they don't like anything he's doing.
I have a question.
They're here illegally.
I have a question. Do you have an issue with
They're mad at him.
Do you have an issue with Ukrainian Americans flying the Ukraine flag in the United States?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Why? Ashley, think description.
We're in America.
Do you think-
We're in America. If you don't like America, why are you even here? If you're gonna complain about everything here, why are you here?
Dude, if someone's flying a Ukrainian flag, that doesn't even mean they're complaining about America. He just left. Lovey, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. This person's crazy. I know. I don't know why. That person I just talked to was the most insane person ever. Tara, thank you so much for the fireworks. Thank you. Let's go on to the next person. Stage 7 brain rot, chat. Stage 7 brain rot. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Do you support Trump?
Cookie King mogs you.
Naomi, again, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. You're my favorite person to watch debate. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And YouTube does take a percentage of donations. So the best place to donate is Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. Speaking of which, everyone, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link in the bio if you want to support me as always, as well as you can support me via YouTube Super Chat. It's also in the description of my YouTube. Pat, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's so horrible. That's so horrible. Let's go into the next person real quick. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Do make sure to tap the screen if you're on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, do make sure to like the stream. What's your YouTube? My YouTube is Parker Get a Job. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello?
How old are you?
I'm 32.
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
Why so?
Because as a Panamanian American, I think that Trump is doing what is right.
Okay, why so?
Because he's doing what he's supposed to do, which is protect his country.
Okay, how is he protecting the country?
I don't know, maybe pretty much, for example, what's going on in Iran. I think what he's doing right now is the correct thing to do. Iran should not be having any nuclear weapons.
Then why did he pull out of the nuclear peace agreement?
What?
Then why did he pull out of the nuclear peace agreement?
Because it wasn't a good agreement.
Why not?
Yeah.
You just swiped out of the app. I can't hear you when you swipe out of the app. I have a feeling they're about to leave, chat. I have a feeling they're about to leave. Annabelle, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Maddie, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Tara with the $10. Thank you. Alexandra, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $30. Thank you so much on Venmo. I really appreciate it. Nicole with the $10. Thank you. Ellie, thank you so much. Really appreciate the dollar. Thank you. They left, by the way, everyone. Thank you so much for the Crystal Crown. Thank you so much. Hi, I really appreciate it. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat. It's also in the description of my YouTube, as well as if you want to support me for free, you can like the stream on either YouTube or TikTok, as well as you can subscribe on TikTok, on YouTube, and follow on on TikTok. It is literally free to do so. Literally free to do so. So I would recommend doing that. It's the best way to see my content all the time. Otherwise, you might not. You might not be following me right now because I am on my main account. We got back on the main account. So make sure to follow if you haven't already. Yo, what's up, how old are you? Okay, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up, how old are you? That person loves joining my live. They do the same thing every time. It's so funny. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
24.
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
Why so?
I feel like biggest reasons are for his just like wanting to keep peace in America and wanting to keep Americans safe and putting us first. I feel like it's the biggest reason.
How is he putting us first?
Like I know a lot of people touched on the Iran stuff. I feel like Iran, whatever, my bad. But I feel like a lot of people have been disagreeing with that. I think it is completely justified, like not having a third world country have nuclear like power and stuff like that. I know you talked about him pulling out of the agreement.
Wait, I'm sorry. You said you don't want a quote unquote third world country to get a nuclear weapon?
Yes.
Okay. So are you saying you'd go to war with any country that you consider to be quote unquote third world, right? That would be close to a nuclear weapon.
A war. Wait, answer me this. The places he bombed, the facilities he's bombed, was there any casualties?
Was there any casualties?
Yes.
For the U.S. bombing like Iran, does that change whether or not the fact that it puts us at like conflict or greater risk of there being global conflict?
No, I don't think so. I believe it's like he said he's going to do from the start, and it's showing like peace by strength and showing that at the end of the day, like you look at any civilization in the history of time, there's always been a quote unquote like alpha, like a top, whether it's Roman Empire, Egyptian, like there's always somebody at top. Like, do you think that's wrong?
Wait, I'm sorry. Why you just randomly said this? What do you mean, quote unquote? There's someone alpha at top. What's the point of you saying?
Yes. So, like in any civilization, there's always somebody who more or less runs that civilization, whether it be the country or the world. And I feel like that is the USA.
There being a global superpower. What's your point of saying that that the U.S. is a global superpower?
I believe he wants to keep us as the quote unquote global super
I don't think that's going to change whether or not Trump or Harris are president. If anything, I think that we're less likely to be the quote unquote global superpower if Trump is president.
Why? Why do you say that?
Because it is the case that Donald Trump is a threat to this country's economic security, right? Foundations of this country in terms of its rule of law, democracy, right? Court system, democratic values.
So you think we would not be because the policies and stuff he has? You don't think he's keeping us in power by not letting other people like push us around? I know I saw stuff on them saying like death to America, like that's okay to say these things and start manufacturing these weapons that could seriously harm American lives.
He's not letting other people push us around, so then why didn't he respond to Iran?
What do you mean?
If he's not letting other people push us around, why didn't he respond to Iran? Why isn't he specifically defending Ukraine from Russia invading them?
I disagree with that. I think he should have. I do think he should have. I'm not going to sit here and say everything he's done is 100% correct, because it's not. Like, I would be an idiot to think he's like some golden god that a lot of Republicans think. And I think he has done a lot of wrong things. But I think in terms of where he's at now and what he is doing is not wrong.
Yeah. Wait, repeat that one more time.
I said, I do think he has done things wrong, like made not good decisions. I would have suggested in his presidency, or when he first came into office and he pulled out of the whole Ukraine thing, I didn't agree. I think he should have helped them just as he's helping now. I feel like that is a big part of America.
He's not helping Ukraine right now.
No, I'm not saying he's. I'm saying
why is he more likely to help Israel on their offensive conflicts, right, than he is to help Ukraine on defending their country from Russia invading?
Like I said, I think that was a wrong decision. I think he should have helped Ukraine. I can't 100% get into the mind of Donald Trump and tell you his reasonings for these things, but I do disagree. I think he should have helped Ukraine. But right now, I feel like the biggest thing helping Israel is for the nuclear weapons, and I don't think that is the wrong move. There was no lives lost. There was no American lives lost during these bombings. And at the end of the day, he said he was going to use a show of force or whatever if they didn't back down, they didn't close these facilities, and he did what he said he was going to do. And then after that, there was no further action taken. I know recently we've seen things about like they had the ceasefire and it ended like very quickly because Israel started bombing back. I don't think we should intervene further with that with Israel and just like all out bombing them. But I have a question.
If Donald Trump ends up getting into a long-term conflict with Iran and lots of U.S. service members do die, would you then not support him?
I think I would need more context. Like, I can't make that decision right now. I would have to see what the reasonings for like what happened, basically. Like, this is a hypothetical at this point. So I don't want to just like fully say, oh yeah, I would support him through a hypothetical that may never even happen.
Okay, wait, repeat that. Sorry, I was reading because someone said that Zoran might have won because he's leading Cuomo as the current primary.
I said I can't 100% like guarantee that I would still support him after off like. I don't want to basically make a decision off a hypothetical. You're giving me like a hypothetical scenario as if we did go to this big war If
So you just
know,
want
I
to
would
answer it because it's a
support
hypothetical?
continually. Yeah, basically. I mean, I can't speak on something that hasn't happened. I would need.
Okay, I'm just gonna go on to the next person. Only sending guys requests if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. It does look like some people are already reporting that Zoran has won. If for anyone who's saying that in the comment section, let me know. Let me know where you specifically saw that. Nate, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Absolutely. Linda with the $20 on PayPal. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Samantha, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Nicole, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Annabelle with the $5 again. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Gryphon, just let me know who it is, and I will definitely address that. Let me know. I actually don't even know what you're specifically referencing, but in terms of where you're saying to look to. But Ali, thank you so much for pushing the $1. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But yes, let me know. Just send me a message over the same one you just sent, and I'll make sure to look at that. Push the marvelous confetti. Thank you so much. Let's go on to the next person here. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Tyler, thank you for the $5 from Midas. Reported it on Facebook 9 minutes ago. Daniel, thank you so much for the $3 from Mamdani1. I actually do see a lot of people saying that here. Jamie, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. That's actually great. Cuomo conceded apparently. Yo, what's up? How old are you? So before that, that's actually incredible to fucking hear, Chad. That's actually, I just want to say right now, that actually shows right there the power of social media. Zoran winning is literally showing the power of social media. So I just want to say that's really cool. That's really cool. That's so cool. We fucking love that. I'm really happy for that. I'm really, really happy for that. Tara, thank you so much for the fireworks. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It was definitely the Bernie AOC endorsement along with social media. Like, I think Zoran did really well on social media. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Oh, partner! Eat a pop cup.
Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. If you want to support me, as always, everyone, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. I'm probably going to be on for another 45 minutes or so. I'm probably going to go until around 5 hours or so. Or I might go along for another an hour and 5 minutes just to get to 5 hours on TikTok. I'll think about it. Either 5 hours on YouTube or TikTok. Yo, what's up? How old are you? All right, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. For sure, for sure. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
24.
Do you support Trump? Wait, were you just on the live?
Yeah. I think so, yeah.
Yeah, you were. What do you mean you think so? Pat, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. Maudie, thank you so much for the $4.20. Thank you. And Jamie, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Absolutely. It's just I just don't really see stuff on Discord because I feel like I always forget. If you let me know who it is, though, it might make it easier to address. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I farted.
Okay. I don't know why you decided to come up on the live and say that. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for the vibrant stage. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Lucy and Calvin, I appreciate it. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
22.
Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Why so?
Just do
Or what's your birth year?
Really good. 2003.
Okay. Why do you support Trump?
Just really due to the choices that he's just been making recently with the Iran war and everything like that.
Restate that. Sorry, I was texting back my girlfriend.
Just like everything he's done, like in the past like week with the Iranian war and everything like that. Just
What about it?
Just like how he decided to take action, do what needed to be done.
You mean after he caused the situation in the first place? Like he literally pulled out the nuclear peace agreement, which is what led to this specifically in the first place, along with the fact that he is engaged in stuff that is, increasing global tensions, and he didn't even get a ceasefire done like he said he was, and he was like parading around.
He never said he was going to get a ceasefire done. He asked for a ceasefire.
He did say peace. Now it's time for peace. Now we got peace. He was so happy. He was like, that's what I do. That's what I do. And then literally,
no, he asked for a ceasefire.
I mean, and clearly didn't go well, did it?
But you said that he had a ceasefire, but he asked for one.
He said he had a ceasefire. That's what he said.
No, he asked for one. He never had one.
Dude, he said that he said that he had one.
No, he didn't.
Okay, I'm gonna kick you because he did. Wait, why did it just randomly do that? Hello?
Hello?
Dude, what the fuck is happening on my computer? Wait, am I frozen on my computer, chat? Why does dude, why does fucking this shit do this, dude? Oh my god, bro.
Fucking loser.
Why are you mad? I hear you.
What?
Why are you mad? People can still hear me, dude.
Wrong. Yeah, I know.
So what's wrong with you?
You're wrong.
What? Why am I wrong? Why am I wrong?
Because, bro, you should have just voted Trump.
Why?
Because he's right.
Okay, what makes you think that?
Do you vape just like Dean?
Dude, what's wrong with you? No, it's an elevation pen.
No, it's not. It's a vape.
It's an elevation pen. Get it right.
It's a vape.
No, it's an elevation pen.
Show me it.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
It's an elevation pen.
Yeah, it's a good excuse.
Do you want to actually debate me, or do you want to just like say random shit?
But you're gonna kick me. Are you scared?
I'm not gonna kick you. I don't know why you think that.
You said you were.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Like legit 2 minutes ago. But
no,
your computer.
I didn't. I never said that.
You said I'm gonna go ahead and kick you, and then your computer was lagging out.
Nope, never kicked you. Never said that.
Yes, you did.
I never said that.
Yeah. Do you want to go back in the thing? You just did.
Nope, never said that.
Okay.
What are you talking about, bro?
You geeked up or something, bro? I mean that vape is really getting into you, bro.
Okay. All right. We're going to go on to the next person, everybody. I was trolling. Obviously, I did say that. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Thank you so much for the swan. I appreciate it. I don't know why it just randomly
Hello?
cut everything. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
19.
Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Why so?
So basically, my hobby right now. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna admit a fault of mine. I'm a single issue voter. My girlfriend, she's liberal, and we already like debated together, and we determined that. But the reason why I voted for Trump is because the EPA thing. So I work on cars daily, and I don't really like the direction that Biden was heading and kind of mandating everyone to drive electric vehicles. I think in California there was some bill that was passed that he was going to mandate only electric vehicles would be sold by 2035, I think.
That's related to the state policy, not federal. Federal policy doesn't have you doing that for a long time.
But it could spread though. That's the main thing. I didn't like the direction that Biden was kind of heading in.
That's the only thing you care about?
Well, yeah, to be honest.
Okay, isn't that a bit ridiculous to say that you only care about like an EV vehicle? Like,
well,
dude,
I mean, yeah, I mean, I think we should have the freedom of choice when it comes to what I'm driving. You know.
So you care more about the freedom of choice in terms of you being able to drive than like your girlfriend in terms of like her body?
Well, see, I can like admit that I do support abortion, me personally, you know, but I also do support.
So to clarify, right? You care more about your freedom specifically to be able to drive a gas car comparative to her freedom over her own body.
No, not really.
Well, that's what you voted against. You voted against her rights over her body.
Isn't abortion a state issue, not a federal mandated issue?
Yeah, which specifically restricts it in certain
states. How does
states.
it have to do with anything with Trump? Can I just move states?
Oh, so because it specifically because you could just move states. That's your view. because it is the case that it doesn't affect, right, particularly just you. Right? What about all the other people that it impacts in terms of the different states, in terms of how strict their abortion laws are? Do you care about any of those women?
The ones that the states are super strict when it comes to abortion?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that we shouldn't vote for Trump. Or like, not that, but as in like, I think the voters for Trump wasn't really focusing on abortion. I know abortion was a big thing, but I feel like we should like tackle that at a state level instead of going for like the federal level, you know? Because Trump gave the states the freedom, the choice to ban abortion or not. I feel like we should tackle that at the state level. I feel like they should debate at state level instead of kind of like voting all federal, if that makes sense.
Okay, so I have a question. If it is the case that they didn't support this policy, who'd you vote for? If they didn't have this policy position on EV, and that no one was going to take away your freedom to drive on whatever fucking road you want, or drive whatever car you want, who would you vote for?
Oh, I just wouldn't have voted.
Hmm?
Straight up. I just wouldn't have voted at all. Straight up.
Jessica, think the $5. So you don't care about anything else other than just this?
Quite literally, yes.
Do you realize how ridiculous that sounds to everyone else? You don't care about Trump being held civilly liable of sexually abusing women, him saying you dated a 10-year-old girl in 10 years? Nothing? Is there something Donald Trump could do that would get you to be like, I would vote against him?
If he supported EVs, I'm not going to lie.
I genuinely believe your girlfriend should break up with you.
Really?
Yeah, genuinely.
Do you think it's that serious?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. What?
So wait. So Parker, in your idea, you think politics should get in between personal relationships between
Absolutely,
people?
yeah. Because we're not just talking about politics. We're talking about human rights. We're talking about you not caring about grape victims. We're talking about wait. We're talking about you not caring about grape victims. We're talking about you not caring about great victims. We're talking about you not caring about the fact that he makes pedophilic comments. You're specifically not caring about a bunch of different things that are incredibly fucking immoral. So the fact that you're willing to overlook that is absolutely incredibly fucking crazy.
So Parker, you don't have enough emotional intelligence to separate politics.
Now you're gaslighting me and trying to say that I don't have the emotional intelligence.
Wait, no, I have a question.
Don't sit there and tell me I don't have emotional intelligence when you're sitting there saying that you don't care about great victims. You don't care about him saying you dated a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. You don't care about the fact that he said he brags about walking in the changing rooms of girls at Miss TUC because he quote unquote owns the place to inspect them with other consent. You can't tell me that you don't care about all of those things while also simultaneously telling me that. Bro. Lauren, thank you so much for the $20.25. Thank you so much for Zoran Wins NYC. That's so based. Jessica, thank you for the $5. Thank you.
So you can't separate politics from personal relationships between people? So let's say you become friends with someone, right? And you become really close friends, right? But then you figure out their political belief. You just like unfriend them immediately. You just like
I would try to change their mind. And if I can't change their mind and they hold the views like you do, and if they said what you said, I would definitely not be their friend.
So you can't like separate politics from personal like relationships at all.
No, these are fundamental values. These are morals. Okay.
So do you think politics should split up like a family? Like let's say like a mom and dad are married and they have a kid. Should like the mom and dad divorce and leave the kid to a single custody because of political beliefs?
If it is the case that like that would be better for them themselves, I think that would be beneficial.
But like, do you think that's better for the kid?
Obviously, it probably could be if in the long run. But
it's better for the kid to have separated parents and having together parents because
it's better for kids to have individually happy parents specifically, right? Rather than them staying in a family or a marriage that is not beneficial for them. Can I please finish explaining without you having to cut me off here? Because it is the case that like you understand that like you don't want people to stay in a bad marriage. You'd rather them be divorced than stay in a bad marriage, right?
Wait, sorry, what'd you ask?
Would you rather them divorce or stay in a bad marriage?
But like, why? Because of the political beliefs, it's automatically like a bad marriage.
Well, we're talking about someone specifically who has like a bad marriage, right? Where they specifically are not doing good in that specific setting, and that's their choice. If they did not choose to make that decision, right? I would want them to like try to change their partner's positions and stuff like that. But obviously having considerations of like children, taking care of children is an important quality to take into account. Right?
Yes, but okay. So if so, basically, you're saying that the marriage is bad because of politics, or the marriage is bad just in general.
I'm saying in scenarios in which it's bad, specifically where people are like they want to cut that off relating to politics. If they want to cut it off relating to politics, I think it's totally justified for them to cut it off. Oh, wait, can you let me finish? Are you even listening to me?
Yeah, I am listening. You are saying basically.
And why are you cutting me off?
If there's problems in a marriage and they have a kid because of political beliefs, they should get divorced.
That's not necessarily what I said. I said it's justified for them to get divorced if they would like to.
So, wait, that like you do realize how like crazy that sounds, right? Like because of political beliefs, you believe that a family should get divorced. Like really, like you 100% believe that.
I think
like,
I think it's justified to leave someone in that scenario. Yes.
So like. That's like insane. I think that's like kind of crazy.
That I think it's justified to leave someone in a relationship if they're a Trump supporter.
So people in like the real world, right? So people in like the real world, right? They can function normally, even having separate political beliefs. Maybe not on TikTok, because like I get it. The people on TikTok, like you know how people are on TikTok. Me and you both know, right? But like basically, like that doesn't make any sense. In the real world, people can function with separate political beliefs together in harmony. Like that's like
I never said that's not. I never said that doesn't happen. What you're not listening though. I said it's justified.
I am listening.
Listen to what I'm saying. Be quiet for 1 second. Okay? Listen.
Boy, you're getting mad. Chill. What the hell?
Because you're not listening.
Whoa. Sorry, dude.
Can you repeat to me what I'm saying?
You are saying that if because it's justified for parents to divorce and leave one child to custody because of political beliefs.
It is justified for people to get a divorce if they don't specifically have the same political beliefs. It is totally justified in the political beliefs being related to the fact that the other person supports someone who is held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman, that sent false leads of electors to the Electoral College to cast Trump votes when he didn't win to try to steal the election, who cheated on every single one of his wives, who said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years, who bragged about walking in the changing rooms of girls in Miss TSA because he quote-unquote owns the place to inspect them without their consent. When that's the particular position that you hold, yes, it is absolutely justified to cut that person off.
So, like, do you believe that? So, didn't Kamala Harris purposely try to? Kamala. Didn't Kamala Harris purposely try to? What was it again? Something with like the weed and like marijuana.
You can't say that on the live. I have to kick you now. Can't say that on the live. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Please only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Love you. Thank you so much for the $10. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yo, W, love you. T, thank you so much for the $5. Appreciate it. Kimberly, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I have not off to go check it right now. Kiki, thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate it. Elizabeth, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. It's not just political beliefs. I wouldn't want to be with someone who supports a rapist. That's very true. It's morals. It's literally morals. Sid, thank you so much for the $50 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much for I cut off one of my best friends of 9 years because she supported Trump. It's not a friendship if they vote for things that could impact the rights of people closest to them. It's a morality issue at that point. It's very true. It's literally morality. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. As well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat as well. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
47.
Do you support Trump?
Of course.
Why so?
Well, let's put it this way. Why wouldn't I?
Because he was held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman. He bragged about walking into the changing rooms of girls in Miss USA because he quote-unquote owns the place to inspect them without their consent, where there was an 18-year-old that came out that was 18 at the time that said there was 4 girls as young as 15 years old when Donald Trump would barge in while they were changing. She's it. Thank you for the $2. Thank you. Shy, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5.
Okay, as far as like there's a difference between a civil matter and a criminal matter, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't care about that.
Okay, well, I ask you a question. Do you think there should be harsher qualifications for becoming president or being a citizen of the United States through immigration?
One more time.
Do you think there should be harsher qualifications on becoming president of the United States or becoming a citizen of the United States through immigration?
I think it'd be harder. I think it should be harder to become a citizen. You know, we let in more people than any other country legally than any other country ever. We let in over 1 million people a year.
Okay, you said
legally.
You said it should be harder to become president. So are you saying every immigrant in the country is qualified to be president?
No, I'm saying you have to be whatever the rules are now. What is it, 36, 35, and natural born citizen.
So again, in terms of this, there would still be harsher qualifications for being qualified to be president. You don't think every natural born citizen in the country is qualified to be president, correct? Do you think Joe Biden
no.
Do you think Joe Biden's qualified to be president?
Sure.
Get off.
I mean, why wouldn't he? He's over 35.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
19.
Pat, thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It's crazy. It's crazy that they support that. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
19.
Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
What's your birth year?
March 3rd, 2006.
Lori, thank you for $2. So why do you support Trump?
Primarily for my stance on abortion.
Okay. So what about abortion?
I despise the murder of human beings. Innocent human beings.
Okay. So because they're cellular life?
I'm sorry, but what grants someone the moral value to not be murdered?
I'm saying because they're cellular life. I'm asking you the question.
Because I value human life at all stages, that's why.
You value human life at all stages. So you value a zygote as a person?
Implanted or not?
Does that matter?
Yes, it does. Because then if it's implanted, then it is almost practically guaranteed to eventually be a human being, sentient human being.
Okay, so given that it's going to be a sentient human being, that's when you'd value it. But if it's not going to be a sentient human being, then you wouldn't value it.
Right, like I don't value sperm cells.
Okay. You know, at the point of implantation, there's no guarantee, right?
Well, I mean, what are the chances? Like 99%.
What do you mean by guarantee?
Like at the point of implantation, it's more likely than not that that person will be impregnated.
More likely. Okay, so at the point of implantation, that's the point of when pregnancy begins. You know that, right?
Oh, so what are you saying? Like in the case of a miscarriage?
Yeah, I'm saying miscarriage obviously is, you know, something that would prevent there from being a child.
Right. So I'm sorry, I'll rephrase. Not guaranteed, but more likely than not.
More likely than not. Okay. So you're saying if they're more likely than not going to be sentient in the future, then you would consider it valuable. Before that, you wouldn't. So you don't value zygotes, because I thought you said every living organism was valuable.
Yeah, if there's a guarantee that it will be implanted.
Why only if it's going to be implanted?
Because if it's not going to be implanted, then it has no chance to become a sentient human being.
Okay, so it's only valuable if it will become sentient, not if it's just living. So you just contradicted yourself, because earlier you said it was specifically just in the context in which it's living.
Yeah, and I have to reframe my claim, yeah.
Okay, so you value life with the future potential of subjective experience.
Yes.
Okay. Well, 0.1 second prior to conception, right? Or actually not prior to, 0.1 second prior to implantation, why wouldn't it meet that set of criteria?
What are you referring to?
Yeah, 0.1 second prior to implantation, why wouldn't it meet that set of criteria?
Because there's no guarantee that it will be implanted.
It is. It's 0.1 second away. If you leave it alone, it will happen. It's 0.1 second away.
So it does meet the criteria.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, 0.2 seconds before, 0.3 seconds before. I can keep going. There's no distinction then. It's not implantation that would then grant the value. It's prior to implantation that grants that value. So what specifically about it grants the value? It's not about the implantation then, because that would just be a location difference.
The potential for future subjective experience.
So just that in of itself. No life is required. Just the potential. Well, that exists again prior to implantation. So then at what point does it become valuable for you?
At conception.
Okay. Oh, if it's conception, then it's not based on implantation. Okay, so if it's conceived a zygote in a petri dish, and I slap that conceived zygote in a petri dish, should I go to prison for slapping that zygote?
Should you go to prison for that?
Yeah.
No, because it's not.
But it was conception.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat yourself?
But conception already occurred, so it would be murder under your view. So then it's not based on that. What quality is it based on then?
Life begins at conception. What are you talking about?
I understand. And I gave you an example of a conceived cell at conception in a petri dish, me slapping that and asking you if I should go to prison based upon that, because you said that it is a person at conception. So given that that's the case, then please explain to me why I shouldn't go to prison for slapping the zygote if it is the case that you consider it a person.
Wait, is the zygote going to become a human one day?
A zygote is already human under your view. You said...
I'm sorry, is it going to become a sentient human being one day?
Okay, wait. So you keep adding criteria after getting rid of it.
I'm asking you.
Will it in some day it become? No. If it's in a petri dish.
So I don't care.
Okay, so you care about conception plus future subjective experience. Okay, do you think women who have IUDs are murderers?
No, because it prevents conception.
Not only can it prevent conception, but it also prevents implantation, meaning under your view, it'd be killing a conceived zygote that would specifically be on track to lead to pregnancy. Therefore, under your view, it would be murdering that zygote. Therefore, you think women who have IUDs are murderers and should go to prison. So every woman in the chat who has an IUD, you believe they should go to prison.
No, I don't.
Okay, well then you just contradicted yourself again. So what's your position? Is it the case that it's valuable specifically when it has life plus future subjective experience? Or is it valuable in other circumstances? I'm confused. What point is it valuable?
From conception.
From conception. Okay, I'm going to kick you because I've already gone over this point like 7 times. Is it still lagging on YouTube, everybody? I don't know why it's lagging. What the hell? No, we're good? Okay, perfect. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump.
Hey, man.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
What's your birth year?
I'm born 2005. No, I just like him because he's cool.
Okay, so you said you're 18. You said you're born 2007. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
No.
Okay. So why do you support Trump?
He's cool.
What makes you think he's cool? Oh, you said 2005? Oh, you're definitely wrong.
No, I'm born to
I swear I thought he said 2007. I'm completely wrong. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
23.
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
Why so?
I just really agree with his stance on like everything with the border and abortion and things like that.
What about the border and abortion?
I think that
They just left. Okay. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. If you're on YouTube, do make sure to like the stream. If you're on TikTok, do tap that screen. It'll help get it out to more people. If you want to support me as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio as well as the description of the YouTube. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
How you doing? 22.
Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
What's your birth year?
2002.
Okay. What month?
December.
Okay, so why do you support Trump?
It stands on the economy. It stands on abortion. It stands on foreign policy. I really agree. It stands on foreign policy, as you recently seen. That's one of the many reasons.
What about foreign policy?
I agree that this country needs a strong leader, and Biden and Kamala wasn't going to be that.
Kamala. Okay, so how is Kamala Harris not a strong leader?
When has she led in the past?
When is she leading the past? Vice president, senator, district attorney, attorney general?
She led her city into dirt.
How so?
Crime. Have you seen San Francisco? Crime. You can't even leave
What crime did she cause in San Francisco?
You can't even leave your car unattended without it being buzzed.
What crime did she cause in San Francisco?
No leadership.
No leadership. What do you mean no leadership?
That's what happened when you have bad leadership. Have you seen with Gavin Newsom?
Okay, wait. So again, what bad leadership did she show that specifically caused that?
She, not cracking down, letting people out of jail.
Okay, so she didn't crack down on law. That's just a lie. That's literally what I feel like you're trolling.
I'm not trolling. I'm not at all.
You know that's wrong, though.
What's wrong?
You know that's wrong, though, right?
You say everything.
That she didn't crack down and do law and order. That's like literally like the complete opposite of what everyone else says. And you know you're trolling, right?
I'm not trolling. Well, I know what you're about to say because I have heard the argument. You're laughing. I don't understand what you're laughing about, buddy.
Have you seen have you seen the chat yet?
Yeah, somebody said I can't read.
No.
Look, hey, I chill, bro. Hey, I chill. Stop, bro. Can I?
No, I knew it was you. I just always wait to see how long the chat takes to figure it out. I always know it's you. Sinister, thank you so much for the $2. Yeah, I know. I talked to him 2 days ago. Yo, what's up, how do you? Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up, how old are you? All right, let me say thank you to some people. Madi, thank you so much for the $4.20. I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting to check my sub stickers. You've been telling me to do this for like so long, and I keep forgetting. My memory is so bad. I apologize. I will try to remember. My memory is just horrible. You know, it could be very well the elevation, to be honest. Jessica, thank you for the $5. Thank you, Maria. Thank you for the $5. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
25.
Do you support Trump?
I do.
Why so?
So I know there's been a lot on Iran. You know, the whole little thing going on over there.
So do you support Donald Trump causing war in the Middle East?
I wouldn't say it's war.
Actually, here, 1 second. Can I just ask this person a question real quick? Yo, Paul.
Yeah, what's up? Can you hear me?
Can you turn your echo off real quick?
Yeah, just a second. Let me figure this out.
For sure.
Just a second, man.
JB, I'll get to you in a second. Just give me 1 second. That means from everyone, make sure to tap the screen, share the live. It will help get it out to more people. If you're on YouTube, do make sure to like the stream. Let's try to get to 2,000 likes. If you're on TikTok, do tap that screen. It will help get it out to more people, everyone.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I hear you.
All right.
But you have an echo. Is there a way you can fix that?
I don't know. I mean, I just hold my phone in front of my face. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Do you have it playing off a speaker, like my voice?
Yeah, let me turn the speaker off.
Turn the
Maybe that's
Bluetooth
it.
off. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, I think we're good.
All right. Okay. So, Why'd you put in the chat? Don't give this kid any money.
Yeah, like why are people giving you money? Let's first start. Like, I'm 53. I'm a retired policeman, 23 years. I'm a United States Air Force Desert Storm veteran. So I want to talk about your qualifications on why you're here, because you look like you're like 21, 22, 23, and I think I'm spot on with that. Because I was a policeman, I can just look at you and tell that you're a kid. I mean, you're a young adult.
Yeah,
I dealt with people like you for 35 years of my life. Okay. So yeah, I would debate you over anything. Like, this is easy for me.
Yeah, I'm a 23-year-old that thinks it's wrong for the president of the United States to pardon people who assaulted police officers on January 6th. So please explain to me, as a police officer yourself, why you support a candidate that pardoned people who violently assaulted police officers on January 6th.
Okay. So I obviously wouldn't support someone who committed a felony on assaulting the police. Okay.
But you support the guy who pardoned them and released them into the country.
I did hear about that. Okay. And no, if you commit a crime against a policeman, you deserve to be charged, right? I charged many people, kids trying to hit me, people spit on me, people running from me. I charged a lot of people with, it's called aggravated battery in the state of Illinois. I worked in Illinois. So,
okay. So then if you believe people should go to jail specifically for that, then you must not support the guy who pardoned people who assaulted police officers on January 6th, who are convicted of it and admitted to it.
Okay. So listen to this. So Kamala and Biden, I'm going to call her Kamala.
No, you'll call her Kamala.
Okay.
Or you can call her Harris.
Okay. They kneeled for George Floyd. Listen to that. They kneeled for a guy who battered a pregnant woman. Listen to that, man. That is crazy.
Wait, repeat that one more time.
Okay. The Democratic Party, Biden, Kamala Harris. Yes. And Pelosi, they kneeled. They went down on one knee, man, for a dude, George Floyd, who battered a pregnant woman, man.
One, I have yet to see any fucking evidence of that. Two, does not justify him being fucking murdered. Crazy as fuck for him to go and still bring that up to this day, right? What a fucking racist piece of shit. Like, I just know for a fact, like, just to deny that, like, to act like that's okay, that he was murdered, is insane. Like, that people were responding into that fucking idea that George Floyd was literally murdered, right, by Derek Chauvin, and that person would deny it. JB, how old are you?
25.
And do you support Trump?
Wait, you can hear me?
Yeah. Do you support Trump?
Oh, yeah.
Why do you support Trump?
So I wasn't really listening too much of what was just going on, but I know everything that's going on with Iran. I know we were talking about right before that got joined. So I know a lot of people are against everything that's going on with Iran. And people
can I thank some people real quick? Give me 1 second. Lovey, thank you so much for the $5. WUWU. Sinister, thank you so much for the $2. I appreciate it. Pet, again, thank you for the $10. Thank you. As well as Maddie, thank you so much for the $5. I have no clue what's wrong today. Morgan, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Maudie, thank you for the $4.20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Anna, thank you for the $20. I really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, go ahead. Continue.
So, and maybe you can help me understand this right here. So I know a lot of receipts of other presidents coming about of their thoughts on Iran and things like that. Maybe you can help me out with this. So receipts came up with Biden, Hillary, Obama, everybody saying exactly, even Kamala saying the same exact thing, what they would do if Iran, were to get with nuclear weapons and they would shut their nuclear program down Every single one of them did the same exact thing. But whenever Trump said it and what Trump did was a very bad thing. What would Obama and Hillary and, Kamala do if they were to acquire nuclear, weapons? Would they do the same thing that Trump did, as in go after their nuclear programs?
No,
or?
it's likely that there'd be negotiation, as the Democrats previously established negotiation, specifically prior to the deal. Now that was harmed by Donald Trump undermining it and pulling us out of the deal originally, but that's probably how they would have tried to respond otherwise. I just don't think that they were close enough. They were 60% enriched, right, in terms of uranium. They're not close enough, right? Trump only set them off by like 3 months. So and he risked global conflict to do so. Like
so somebody
for 3 months.
Yeah, I know there was I've seen a lot of talks on it's a lot harder to get from 0 to 60, but from 60 to 90 is a lot quicker. So if they were already at 60 and to get to 90% is I don't know too much about it, but I just seen some things that it's a lot quicker from 60 to 90, and they were already at 60.
Yeah. So wait. So again, that doesn't mean that they're like right now going to have them. So the idea that we need to that like we have to strike is ridiculous.
So within the 4 years of obviously presidency, if let's say Kamala would have won, if they would have had this power already, what would Kamala would have done? I
don't know what Kamala Harris would have done, but I don't think that Kamala Harris would have done specifically what Donald Trump did, right?
Correct, but they've all said exactly that none of them should have power. Not especially Obama. He was very key on Iran not having any nuclear power. So, if anything, if they have this nuclear power and they're saying death to America constantly, and they're already at 60%. Let's say another year from now, they could be at something, a lot bigger, 90%, whatever, so they can have this nuclear power.
I'm sorry. Do you think it's good enough reason to go into the Middle East? They have quote unquote weapons of mass destruction.
Well, I know that Obama and every other Democratic president has also said that they fully back Israel.
Can you acknowledge this? And I disagree with that. I definitely disagree with the pro-Israel position of the Democratic Party as well. But Donald Trump is also pro-Israel.
Correct. I've heard a few things that even Kamala and Obama both said that we back Israel.
Yeah, they do. And I disagree with that position that they have. I definitely disagree with that position.
Correct. Me too. So that's something that we can agree on. What was your point that you said? Do I agree on that? I don't know. You said some kind of point, but
I kind of forgot the point that I was making there.
No, you're good. But I don't know. I feel like each president had the same exact thing that Trump did, but it was such a bad thing that Trump did it that everyone's such against Trump. But everyone had the same exact thought.
No. I don't think that Kamala Harris would have done the same thing that Donald Trump's done. I think that Donald Trump has risked global conflict.
Doing exactly what Trump did, yes, 100% did. But I feel like it had to be done. Every president wanted to do it, but no president did it except for Trump.
So,
and I think it's a huge thing because Iran has been always chanting "death to America," and it's a huge threat for Israel. So if they had a nuclear weapon, they would 100% use it. I know. Even Trump.
Wait. Do you know what mutually assured destruction is?
What's that?
It is the case that if they had nuclear weapons, that they wouldn't use them because then everything that they care about would be destroyed. You do agree that people who are in the Iranian government want power, correct?
Correct. And
okay. Given that they want power, would they destroy all of their power by nuking another country? Given that their country would then be destroyed.
I want to say no, but I feel like they would. Like Iranian, I know that I think Trump just posted something saying that we have a peace deal, this and that, but then Israel just went ahead and bombed this. I don't know if you can correct me on that or not. I guess Trump said that they had a peace deal and then Israel went and bombed or sent a few.
Well, thank you so much for the watermelon love. Thank you so much. Repeat that, sorry.
I said that Trump posted something that Israel and Iran, or whatever, there's a peace deal, and then I guess Iran shot some missile that U.S. shot down for Israel, and now I guess there's a whole little conflict going on for that. Is that true or no? Was there a peace deal ever put about or no?
For Iran and Israel?
Yeah.
No, they didn't get it. The Trump said was parading on social media that he got a ceasefire, but then it literally fell like in two months, or not 2 months, 2 hours. Matt, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. Yes, I did talk about that a bit earlier. Zoran won. That's so based. So based.
But now, do you think that a lot of people say that Trump was supposed to shut this down in 100 days, or shut all these wars down? Now, if Trump says something and they don't agree with it, and the other two countries are going back and forth, that's not really Trump's fault, right? Or no? Like with the Ukraine and Russia war. Sorry.
Wait, so do you agree with Donald Trump pulling aid from defending Ukraine?
Yes, but no. As in, like, if they don't want to have a ceasefire deal, none of them do. None of them want to agree with it. I mean, those countries can go right at it. You know what I'm saying?
Repeat your position, because I'm really not following. Like I'm having a hard time. Maybe there's an issue with my head right now. But try again.
As in, like, if Russia or Ukraine don't want to have a ceasefire deal, then yes, pull our troops out of there.
We don't have troops there. Okay, I was asking specifically about our funding going to Ukraine.
Oh, 100%.
Okay,
if they don't want to have a ceasefire deal,
wait, no. So you agree with giving them funding to defend them from Russia, correct?
Well, if there's no ceasefire deal, then no.
No, so you don't agree with that. So then you want to support Israel in their offensive conflict with Iran, but you don't want to support like Ukraine and like defending them against
I don't want to support
from
an
Russia.
offensive thing at all. I don't want to support an offensive thing at all.
You're supporting Israel in their offensive conflict, but not Ukraine defending their country from Russia.
Why would I support Israel bombing Iran? I thought there was going to be a little ceasefire deal. I didn't, and then I think
there's been no ceasefire deal.
That.
No ceasefire deal.
Oh, I swear, I think Trump tweeted something out. There was a ceasefire between Israel and Iran.
Yep, he was parading that there was a ceasefire, but he was not right, because 2 hours later, poof, gone. Matt, do you think of the $5?
And that's the shitty part. So somebody, like these leaders can, just do whatever exactly they want. I mean, I don't know. You can have a deal, but somebody can break it.
So what's your point here?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'll let you move on to the next guy. I don't know. I just want to come up and talk.
All right, for sure. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. I just said it. If you want to support me, as always, you can subscribe on YouTube and you can follow on TikTok, as well as make sure to like the stream if you're on YouTube and on TikTok. Gracie, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Let's try to get to 2 million likes before I end it here on TikTok, everybody. Along with make sure to like it on YouTube. Let's try to get to 2,000 likes, everybody. And again, W's for Zoran in the comment section right now. We fucking love that. That's so amazing to see. And again, this is something I want to take from this, is that like social media, I think, is what has pushed Zoran over the edge. And I think that will, I hope, hopefully show other politicians that. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
19.
Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your birth year?
2008.
Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link to the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. Make sure to follow if you haven't already. We have less than 1,000 new followers for today, so make sure to follow if you haven't already, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. All right, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, 29.
Do you support Trump?
I'll tell you honestly, Parker, what I respect the most about Donald Trump is the fact that he believes in the Son of God, Jesus Christ, and his sacrifice for forgiveness and his resurrection to give us eternal life through the Holy Spirit.
So do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
If you could go back in time, would you vote for him?
I really just wanted to emphasize what I respect about him.
If you could go back in time, would you vote for him?
Do you think God is evil, Parker?
By the way, just letting you know, if you do not answer my questions on the live when I'm just trying to clarify so that you can be a guest on the live, I'm going to kick you. Don't waste my time. Yo, what's up, to you? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up, to you?
Hey, do you think Australia will be in trouble with all the bonding that Trump is doing?
I'm not quite sure on what the effects would be on Australia, to be honest with you. Yo, what's up, to you? Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Yo, what's up, to you?
Bro, Parker, we were on here before. I want to explain something to you real quick. Can I do that? Or, yes, I just want to explain something to you real quick. We're gonna be
Did I
quick.
debate you already?
Yeah, you have.
Yo, what's up, to you?
Yeah, I'm 18.
Do you support Trump? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Alrighty. Yo, what's up, to you?
41.
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
Are you peeing?
No.
What were you doing?
Just chilling.
Okay. What is going on? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
24.
Do you support Trump?
No.
Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. We probably only have like 1 or 2 more debates left, so everyone, just letting in right now. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Why do I have to be 18 to debate?
TikTok rules. And you got to be able to vote.
He accepted me.
How old are you?
I am 28.
Do you support Trump?
I do.
Why so?
Did you say why so?
Yeah.
Honestly, the reason being is I just feel that the living expenses on certain income is better now than it used to be.
Okay. What makes you think that?
Just honestly, price of things that have gone down over time. I mean, gas prices are a little cheaper than they used to be. Price of milk's a little cheaper than it used to be, but I don't think it'll ever get down to where milk used to be. Like
So
$2
gas slightly went down, but it's likely to go up because of the conflict that we're having with Iran. Yeah. Pat, thank you so much for really pushing the $5. Thank you. As well as the fact that in terms of this, like, you know that GDP, real GDP, went from several quarters of multiple percentage points increases to a 0.3% decline in the quarter one of 2025 because of Donald Trump's tariff policy being implemented just for a little bit.
I mean, makes sense. You would know that a little bit more than I do, but are you willing to kind of judge on stuff that's happening early with him compared to seeing what it'll look like when he's done with his 4-year term? Or do you believe that it could get better, just like during kind of Biden stuff, like some things got better over time, other things didn't get better over time? Are you judging him more so on what's happening right now, more so than what it could look like in, let's say, a year or two?
You understand that both in the long run and the short term, it's going to be worse, right? For Donald Trump's economic policy. I'm confused what your point is. We can reference his tariffs in the short term and long run. They both have negative points. So, like, I'm confused what your point is. Can you clarify, maybe?
What I'm asking is like his plan over time based on tariffs and other things is to put more money in kind of the hands of the American working class and allow them to be able to spend it on more things. And yes, that does mean that prices are going to increase, but when you have more money in your pocket, you're more willing to spend it than you are when you don't have it.
Okay, more money in your pocket, you're more willing to spend it. I'm confused. Your point is like we have less money with Donald Trump in office because of real GDP declining. You know that, right? Real GDP is the overall like economy.
Yep, I know real GDP. I was just
so if real GDP declines, then we have less money.
So let me ask you this: at the current moment, do you have more money to spend now than when Biden and Kamala were in office?
Wait, so repeat that.
Do you, like, as of today, since Trump's taken over in office, do you have more money in your pocket now or prior?
Dude, what? That's not a good determination.
How is that not?
Because it is the case that like there could be various explanations for that.
How so? You're arguing the fact that a lot of it has to do with the presidency, when in reality it has to do with how people feel. The economy is
the overall economy is doing worse. The overall economy is doing worse.
Okay, but I asked you personally, right? So like, even though the overall economy is.
You don't know what the overall economy means? Is that what you just said? Hello? Is that what you just said? Hello? He left. Okay, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? Kylie, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Thank you so much. Yeah, diabolical, right? And then Gryphon, thank you so much for the $2. I actually don't have any time today, but you could just let me know. Make sure to message me over the messages you've already sent, and I would definitely take a look into it. I know I've previously already addressed something similar to this in terms of this. I might have actually it could be related to the same thing, so I could see that. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Do you support Trump?
Yep.
Do you? What's your birth year?
2007.
2007. And did you vote for Donald Trump?
No, I did not. I didn't vote at all.
Okay, but if you could go back in time and you did have the ability to vote, would you vote for him?
Yes.
Why so?
Because I agree with what he does.
Okay. What specifically?
I agree with his conflicts in Iran.
What conflict? Do you agree with him causing? Because he's clearly
I
caused
agree
conflict.
with bombing Iran, 100%.
Why?
Because why would you wait for Iran to bully Israel or neighboring countries for no reason?
I have a question. Do you support defending Ukraine against Russia?
Well, Russia is the strongest military in the world that could do whatever they want.
No, it's not.
So, all right, well, it's top 3. What are you talking about?
So wait, I'm sorry. You have an issue with like Iran bullying Israel, even though Israel started the conflict, but you don't have an issue with Russia invading Ukraine?
What are you talking about? All right.
Troll. There's no way they're serious. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
19.
Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Okay, why so? Or what's your birth year?
2006.
Okay, 2006. What month?
December.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
I don't know. I feel like my whole family supported him, and I agree with all his policies.
Wait. You would be 18, right? You're 18 turning 19.
Yeah.
Then you just said 19.
I meant 18, my bad.
Rough. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat, just letting everyone know. By the way, everyone, I'm trying to check what are we at in terms of we're like 5 hours 15 minutes. Depending on whenever my girlfriend gets back is when I'm going to get off. So I will keep y'all updated. By the way, everyone, make sure to follow, subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Alrighty, let's go to the next person here. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
23.
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
Okay. What's your birth year?
2002.
Okay. And you said you're how old?
23.
2003, 23. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, June 12. My birthday just passed.
Then you would be 2002.
I did say 2002.
Didn't they just say 2003? He said 2002. Dude, I'm going crazy. I swear to God I heard 2003. Am I going fucking crazy? What the fuck is wrong with me? Yo, what's up? How old are you? He said 03? Why are people gaslighting me in the comment section saying he said 02? That's kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
19.
Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Why so?
Actually, no, I don't. I think both of y'all are morons.
Okay. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Caitlin, think of the club. How old are you?
Okay.
Oh. Said me as soon as I kicked them. Let's go to the next person. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Okay. Hey, were you already on the live? Chris, were you already on the live? I'm like, dude, just like if you're in the box and you've already been on the live, please get out of the box. It's really annoying. I don't have to block everyone who does that. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
What's your birth year?
2007, February 8th.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
So I have two answers for that. First of all, his policies specifically on I'm pro-life, so I would say specifically that. And then also his character over Kamala, specifically showing up in how he's handling this current conflict with Iran. So, if you want to talk first.
Okay. So, so his character. You think his character is better than Kamala Harris's?
I do.
In
So
what way? Can you give me one
yeah.
attribute his character is better than Kamala Harris is on?
Absolutely. So I don't think he's the best person if we're talking about that. I know he has multiple felonies, but I think he's much more of a respectable guy to like more feared by other people in a good way. If that makes any sense to you, like he makes more
feared of people is not good character.
No, he's more intimidating. I'm saying like
more intimidating is not good character.
I'm trying to explain this. He's more
He left. That's so brutal, dude. That's so brutal. You know what's up, how old are you?
18.
Do you support Trump?
I'm pretty sure.
What do you mean you're pretty sure?
I want to talk about how he how do I say this?
Okay, I don't like when people don't answer my questions when I'm asking you like just clarifying questions in the live. It's like my biggest pet peeve. I'm like, bro. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Who am I? Oh, I'm up 38.
Do you support Trump?
Yes. Yes and no.
If you could go back in time, would you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, still.
Why so?
So some of the stuff he does now, I honestly I'm wondering like, all right, what the hell is your plan here? You know, and then it kind of comes back like with this bombing thing, the ceasefire happened right after he did it. Now we can't be mad at him when they go back on the ceasefire. So I don't know. I've just been around, and I know when my bank account and my pockets feel better, and it's under Trump.
Okay. You said your bank account feels better now. Okay, what did he do to cause your bank account to do better off? And then also the ceasefire is not actually in case anymore. There's no ceasefire right now.
Well, it is not. It's not right now, but it was, and you can't fault Trump because Iran and Israel went back on their word. So it was supposedly situated, but now it's not.
I can blame him for parading around like as if he got it when he didn't get it.
Yeah, but when they agree to it, it was agreed to and supposedly happening, and then it was just basically big F you. Hey, we're not doing that. So
very unfortunate. It seems like Donald Trump's not good at brokering deals.
I disagree with that, I guess.
I feel like you'd blame the Biden-Harris administration if this happened under the Biden-Harris administration.
Why do you think that?
Because that's what Republicans would blame him for. Republicans blamed him for Russia-Ukraine happening under his administration. They claimed Russia-Ukraine would have never happened if Trump was president.
I sort of agree, but sort of don't. Like,
how do you agree with that?
Well, listen, let me give you my stance on my political. So, in my opinion, Trump shook everything up when he first ran. In my opinion, I believe all politicians are corrupt, and they don't have our best interests, Republican and Democrat. I'm actually more, in my opinion, I feel more independent.
Okay.
Trump kind of shook things up.
You said all politicians are corrupt. Donald Trump's corrupt, then, right?
Not all. Majority of them.
Okay, is Kamala Harris corrupt?
I think she follows with what people tell her to do.
What evidence do you have that Kamala Harris is corrupt?
Just being alive for almost 40 years and witnessing stuff that's going on since forever. Like, they're all corrupt. I can admit that both sides are corrupt. Can you admit that there's no demo? You don't think any Democrats are corrupt?
I'm asking you, do you have any evidence that Kamala Harris is corrupt? And yes, there are Democrats that are corrupt, but I'm asking you, do you have any evidence Kamala Harris is corrupt?
I'm not talking about evidence. It's about being around for almost 40 years and
you need evidence that someone's corrupt.
Okay, then fine. Whatever.
Like I'll tell you what corruption looks like. Corruption looks like going up to fossil fuel execs and saying, I'll give you $110 billion in tax cuts if you give me $1 billion for my campaign. That's
Okay, so
corruption, right? And you know who did that?
Okay, probably Trump. I'm
Trump.
guessing, right? Okay, so if you want to go to corrupt wise, what are your feelings on? Let's just bring up Nancy Pelosi with her net worth and her being in the government for so long. You don't think that insider trading is a problem?
So yes, I think insider trading is a problem. I think that Donald Trump's actually the one oftentimes doing that, specifically when he engaged in market manipulation, saying now is a great time to buy before he paused the tariffs.
Let's go before Donald Trump, even before when he ran against Hillary.
$2. Thank you.
Go before Donald Trump, even before he ran against Hillary. Okay.
Veronica, think of the $10, and Kylie, think of the $5.
Answer a question on corruption without bringing up Donald Trump. Do you think anybody else like Nancy Pelosi or anybody else that does insider trading, there's not a problem there? Like Bernie Sanders is worth millions and millions, and it's a problem all around.
Bernie has accrued millions by selling lots of books, right? He has 3 different places. One is in his workplace. One is in his place of residence where he has to live because he's a senator, right, in Vermont. And then specifically another one where he has to, where he has a vacation home in Vermont.
So you think there's zero insider trading?
He's like 80 something. He's not. Bernie's not the insider trading type.
I think a lot of them are. And here's the thing: even with Trump, the decisions he makes, you'd be stupid to think that he doesn't make a decision based off of his company that his sons or whoever may own. It happens all around. So I don't know. I like I said, I think our whole government's corrupt. Not the whole government. 90% of them are corrupt. There's good ones and bad ones, but they're all in it for themselves, and we need to all get together, and that's what they fear is the Democrats and the Republicans getting together and fighting against that. But they have exactly what they want right now. You and me are fighting, not you and me, but we're fighting against each other.
Okay, so what is bad about corruption? Like corrupt politicians, what's bad about them?
What's bad about it?
Yes.
What is it? What even question is it? What do you mean? What's bad about it?
I promise you, there's a point to it.
What is bad about corrupt politicians? I don't even. What's bad? I don't even know how to answer that properly. What do you mean? What's bad about everything's kind of bad about corrupt politicians? They only see what favors them. They might not vote for the people or what. I'm not sure how to answer
They
that.
vote against the people's interests, right? What would be an example of voting against the people's interests?
What would be an example? I don't know. You're going somewhere with it. Just go with it. What are you going?
Well, I'm just asking you, what do you think is against the people's interests? I'll give you time to think about it. There's this person that was being. I can ask this person real quick. Yo, how old are you?
I'm 24.
And do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah, I support Donald Trump.
What's up in the comment section? You think I'm like dodging you or something?
Well, I think it's just like you put on people for over 5 to 10 minutes waiting there listening to stuff you clearly don't agree with, and then you'll kick people for minor reasons, but then you'll purposely not kick them. Like you want to wait and let other people hear this thing you know is foolish.
I give people such long time. I give people such long time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, some people. You give people who once they ask you a certain question, you're like, oh, I actually don't want to answer that one. Like how you had essay allegations. Does that mean you're equal to Trump because his court case was dismissed?
Wait, what person accused me of essay?
You were never accused of essay. Is that the
not by an actual person? No.
Oh, not by an actual person. So you have been accused of essay.
Yeah. There's this person called Little QB who's an insane lunatic that made up a person and posted it on Reddit. He made up a person. He admitted to making up a person, right? Because he doesn't like us. He did the same thing with Dean and with Matt. He's a lunatic, right? So like that's an example, right? That's not an actual person. and everyone knows that that
Understand your
person's
point in
lying.
that example, but why can the same argument not be used with E.G. Carroll? I just want to know your
Because
stance on that. Why can someone not stay when the court dismissed the court case, though? Like, you tell me why you just auto-believe her and I can't auto-believe even if I don't look into the facts. Like, you don't, clearly.
one, because she is a victim, right? She specifically has a
But
scenario.
I could just say there was a victim out there, though, against you. Like, why can't
No,
I
you
just say the
can't.
same
No,
thing?
you
I don't
can't,
really
because
care
there
about the
isn't.
case then.
There's not a person that.
Well, she wasn't a victim. She just claimed it. This person claimed.
So there's not even a person specifically, right, an individual who claimed to have been sexually assaulted by me. Literally not a single person. Never. Never would be. Because that doesn't happen. That hasn't happened. I've never done that. Right? Right? So like the idea that you'd specifically say that there's anything applicable to me is ridiculous when Donald Trump was held civilly liable unanimously amongst a jury of 9 people for forcefully penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina against her will. The evidence was proven in a civil court and you don't accept it. It's not even just an accusation. But by the way, even so, right, you don't even have like a specific, you're not even specifically referencing like a person who came out and said something about that, right? You're referencing like someone who made up a story about another person because they wanted to like demean our character because we call out people for being essay apologists. That's them. That's not even a person specifically. Like, does that make sense?
I don't think I've heard anything against Dean. I haven't personally.
No, it's the same person that you're referencing.
Not Dean, I'm Parker, I mean.
It's the same person that you're referencing making the same claim about me, Dean, and Matt, which they've admitted themselves was a lie. And that they made it up. They've admitted it themselves. With E. Jean Carroll has never said that she lied. E. Jean Carroll has held her abuser accountable in a civil court amongst a jury of 9 people. She told her friends at the time, which are able to recount upon stories decades ago where they were told specifically of this, that she was sexually assaulted. Okay? So there's plenty of things I can point to specifically in terms of evidence that you aren't even looking at. Also, bro, please explain to me how, like, I was running from you, bro. Like, you're just some random person in the comment section. I didn't even know you existed. Hello?
Yep, I just realized I had to return back on my after you muted it. But what's it called? It's fine.
I don't even know if I muted you, but go for it.
Whatever happened, doesn't matter. I don't really care anyway. But I understand your point. But this is my point. If one person makes a claim and on the internet, this is all that's being said. Before I even look into it, okay, thank you. But I don't understand. I didn't understand anything about your case. All I did was read an internet headline. That's it. All right. But I'm just saying, when someone hears that about you, about Trump, and then you look into the court case with Trump, and yes, okay, everything you said, but it was civilly.
You didn't even read a headline about me. I don't know what you're talking about.
A rape allegation, which was already held up once again in court, that it wasn't rape. That you're just ignoring
You're
that
just
fact.
lying. You're lying. You're lying. What is rape?
I am like,
Well,
no.
actually,
Actually,
I'll ask
the
this question. I'll ask
statement
this
of that
question.
it is rape was debated at.
Is forceful penetration? I did meet you here. Is forceful penetration of a
It had to
woman's
be written as essay. Yes, but it had to be rechanged in the court case. Correct?
Can I please
And we'll
answer?
admit that.
Can I
We'll
please
admit
finish
that
my
that's a fact,
question?
though.
Can I please
No,
finish
but
my
you're right.
question?
Yours wasn't a question. Yours was a contradiction of me
I'll wait
saying that
until
it
you're
wasn't
done.
in the
I'll
court
wait
case
until you're
fixed
done.
to be rape. It couldn't be called rape. It had to be called essay. Fact. It had to be called essay in the court documents, civilly too. Not a criminal offense, which you want to and accuse him of as immoral. And I will say you support Islam, so you already support 9-year-old girls marrying anyone. So I don't understand your moral stance on any of this. I'd like to know your moral stance against dating anyone young, because I have a major moral stance against that. Major. I want to know where your moral stance is from against that. And why you're so hard on Trump, but not on just everyone, like Biden. Or like, guess who else? Hillary Clinton's husband, Bill Clinton. Do you just not care about the Democrat Party's issues? Like, I just don't understand that. It's just very confusing to me just to hear like a constant rage about one person and then pretend that it's a whole party and pretend that it's people who support Trump. I support Trump for many, many, many reasons. The gender issue.
Is this guy going to keep yapping? Hello? Shut the fuck up, dude. Jesus Christ. I was going to let you yap because you're just like fucking insane. Shut the fuck up, dude.
I unmuted.
Please be quiet. Holy fuck, dude. Why are you yapping? Why are you yapping? One, I'm not Muslim. I don't know where the hell you got that from, right? I don't know what the fuck reality you took that from. I'm so confused why you just randomly said that. By the way, also, The candidate you support said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years and bragged about walking into the changing rooms of girls in Miss USA because he quote-unquote owns a place to inspect them without their consent, where an 18-year-old came out and said there was 4 girls as young as 15 years old in the events where Donald Trump would barge in while they were changing.
Yeah, that's disgusting, and everyone's always against it, but that wasn't the whole thing that happened. That was actually the claims, and those haven't been fully supported. That would be a criminal offense, and no, he was not charged criminally in a court. He was never taken in by police. This is not what happened. I can fully listen to you, and you can try to insult me and say I'm spurging or some shit, but
don't say that. Don't say that on live. Don't say that term on the live. Don't say that term on the live.
Sorry, I don't know the rules.
Yeah, so that's a slur. Don't use that term.
Oh, okay, I don't know exactly. This is the first time I've actually debated on a live because I don't usually debate. But after all these people are just constantly asking, do you support Trump? And as if it's an issue just to support a person as president. They pretend they're the morally upright ones every time, but they want to make an issue just over someone's supports. And they want to act like they don't judge. I just don't understand it. Where their viewpoints come from. And they just ask whataboutism questions. Just where do these ideas come from? Do you not support Islam? You didn't say yes or no. You just said you're not Islamic. That doesn't tell me, do you support it?
What?
Are you against Islam saying 9-year-old girls?
I said I'm not a Muslim.
That doesn't answer if you're against it. That's not a real answer. That's ignoring the answer. You dodged the question, didn't you?
I'm an agnostic atheist.
That point.
I'm an atheist.
I know.
I'm an
You have issues
atheist.
with the Bible, right?
What?
But I've heard you talk about you have issues with certain quotes in the Bible, but you will never do the same about the Quran. Why?
I disagree with Islam and I disagree with Christianity.
Have you read them?
I disagree with Islam and I disagree with Christianity. What?
Yeah, but just saying you're agnostic or atheist isn't really a straight answer. Thank you. That's very
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. To say you're not a religion, I can say I'm not Christian. I can say I'm not anything. It doesn't mean I'm against Christian values. It doesn't mean I'm against a certain thing.
Okay.
You have to certainly produce. I am against that, like you would expect.
I don't know why you'd randomly ask me that question. I mean, have I ever gone on live and said I even wait? By the way, have I ever gone on live and even said I supported Islam? I don't know why you specifically.
No, that's the point, though. You would sit there and pretend because people are supporting Trump, they're supportive of SA. Where do you get that? Did anyone who say they support Trump auto jump to say they support SA? Where did you get your claims to?
I'm saying you're willing to support Donald Trump in despite of the fact that he was held civilly liable. Hold up.
Trump supporters. Where did you get those ideas? I'm curious about that.
Yeah.
Why did you think that was morally all right, and you're just morally all good?
You're clearly hurt. You're clearly hurt. So Donald Trump was held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman, and you're willing to vote for him in despite of that fact.
And what do you know anything that Joe Biden has done, and do you know anything about any of other people of what they have done? And civilly, yes, civilly liable, yes. When someone has a civil court case, I dismiss it and don't really care. If it's criminal, I would really, really care.
Okay.
Why do you want me to
I have a question.
focus so much
I have a
on the
question.
civil court case? Why are you upset that I'm focused on about that? Like if I support SA now.
Hold up.
But if I can't focus on you not supporting Islam.
Okay, I have a question.
You needed to make that clear, or you'd support it apparently. If I don't make clear supporting Trump now, I auto support everything he does.
No, do you accept the criminal case against Donald Trump?
Criminal case?
Yeah, for his 34 felonies.
Oh, his 34 felonies. Okay, sure.
You do?
I want to know why he's not in jail though. He already went in, and they didn't put him in jail, and he left, and they got his
you see how
mugshot.
he doesn't even accept the criminal case against Donald Trump.
Well, what do you mean? The judges already aren't even following pursuit. I'd like to see some.
No, that just means that they specifically just didn't sentence him in terms of any jail time because he's president of the United States and he got elected.
And they took his mugshot just to try to disqualify him.
That's right there.
And he still won because that's how many supporters he has, and they know how much of a joke a lot of these points are. It's just like a weird self-hatred. We could do the same thing to you and to so many people and just be like, hey, if you have a court case ever that happened, hey, you were taken into a prison cell one time, into a jail cell, because people accused you of all these charges, and then nothing happened, though. If nothing happens from it, are we supposed to? Isn't it innocent until proven guilty in this country? Do you not believe in that? I want to know where your morals are. You haven't answered what your morals are. And where do you get them? What are your morals?
Yeah, my morals are going to be a description of my psychological preferences relating to morality. It's going to come from myself.
Does it change?
So, can I please address things, or are you going to cut me off?
Yeah, but is that like a
not able to address things? Okay.
Okay, answer it. Well, I don't know what that means. What is that? Answer. Yes, I'm asking. And what does that mean? Please answer.
Yeah, so there was due process for Donald Trump. He was held civilly liable. He was proven guilty, and even in those circumstances, you didn't accept it. So you say innocent, so proven guilty. Bro was fucking proven guilty, and you still didn't accept it. You see how he's not listening to me? He can't listen.
Well, you can put words in my mouth, but sure. Go ahead.
I didn't put any words in your mouth.
You did. You just said I didn't accept those court cases. I said I wanted police to go do something about it. I literally just said...
No, you didn't accept the court cases earlier. We had just had that
I did accept
conversation.
the court cases. I said it was civilly liable, and I don't really care about civil cases. And
Yeah,
then
exactly. And then I asked you about the criminal case, and then you accepted the. You didn't accept the criminal
I can't
case.
support someone because of a civil case. I fully accept that he was civilly held liable, and he had to pay his money. And now, what more do you want? What action do you want me to take because someone was held in court? You want
Can
me
I
to
ask you a
change my
question?
views?
Can I ask you
You
a
just
question?
want to. You want to stigmatize people.
Would you let someone held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman legally immigrate into the country?
Okay, so if someone was civilly liable in another country, like they were already, like they had that court case, and they like worked for their years to get here, and they were found not for after years to now been a now good standing person, and the United States has found like they're a good person, they deserve to come to America, they'll work hard, obviously. Why wouldn't anyone? I'd like to know, like,
I would say no. If someone's held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman, I would say no. So you're saying that people held civilly liable of sexually abusing women, right, should be allowed to legally enter the country? Is that your view? You want to unmute yourself? Do you want to unmute yourself, man? While he tries to do that, I'll say thank you to some people. Sahas, thank you so much for pushing the.
I'm still here. I'm just letting you guys go.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Sahas, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $20. Thank you so much. Megan, I really appreciate the $25. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it for tell this guy to seek therapy. He debates like a kid whose mom told him he can't go to his friend's house. Christian, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much, Madi. I really appreciate the $4.20. Yeah, but in general, yeah, therapy is actually a great thing. I'm going to therapy. Lenny, thank you for the $15. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I truly can't wrap my head around how this guy can say someone is corrupt without evidence. Kathy, thank you so much for the $25 on Venmo. Thank you so much, Kathy. I really appreciate it. Anna with the $5. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. But Kathy, thank you so much for the $25. Really appreciate it. Veronica with the $10. Thank you. All right, go for it.
yeah, like for other reasons I would support Trump is just because, like, if you wanted to switch to Iran or switch topics to immigration or switch to a lot of it, like with immigration, I think he's at least very moral. He dates and he's married to an immigrant. Like he's to many, his children would be considered children of immigrant. So I don't understand like where the gotcha of any of this is. Like I definitely support a person.
By the way,
being married, immigration and
being married to an immigrant doesn't mean you support immigration. Clearly, Donald Trump's very anti-immigration, yet he is married to someone who's an immigrant.
Anti-illegal immigration in his whole life.
Well, then why?
That's why when he called the city and he said that we had rats in our city, they tried to take that back 30 years ago. They've always tried to corner Trump. Everyone understands Trump's always been cornered because he talks his truth, and he just thinks that, and everyone usually agreed with it back then. Like when he was on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will Smith even loved him back then. Like they all loved him. Everyone loves
Fresh
Trump back
Prince
then.
of Bel-Air?
Yeah, you haven't seen the clip, but when he walked in, he tried to buy their house. They just didn't want to sell it because their family home. It's the movie set that they always would do. Like, I love watching shows like that. Like, if you think people are automatically racist because they support Trump, I can tell you.
Dude, are you okay? Like, seriously, this guy's fucking going crazy right now. What are we even talking about? We were having a typical conversation. This guy's all over the place.
Well, I was just curious when you asked me what I wanted to say, and I just had a point of all these reasons of why I support Trump. Go ahead, you speak then. What do you want to say why I shouldn't support Trump and why supporting Trump is wrong and immoral or something?
Dude, has anyone ever in your life told you you're a yapper, bro?
No, people don't. In my life, I don't sit there listening to like TikTok yapper or people who speak in that slang. I would have a much more civil and normal conversation where they wouldn't like go yapper and like just disses and like that's it.
That's what you've been doing the whole time.
Sit there and diss you? Oh, I bet. Should I just sling some?
That's what you've been doing this whole time.
No, I'm saying you shouldn't be stigmatizing these people. I was saying what you
Mental,
mean my
the $5. What do you mean? What do you mean stigmatizing? Me saying that like you shouldn't support Donald Trump?
You're saying we're racist for supporting Donald Trump or any of this. I don't understand.
By the way, I didn't even make that claim. By the way, I didn't even make that claim.
You shouldn't support Biden.
Shut the fuck up, dude. You're actually like so insufferable to talk to. Jesus Christ, dude. Shut up, dude. No one said that, right? But you are willing to support him in despite of the fact that he's racist. Is that pretty fucking clear? Over someone who's not racist.
You are kind of mad for midnight on a Tuesday.
Sure. Mad. Like, yo, I'm just sitting here. I'm wide awake. I slept earlier. I don't really even give that much fucks about it. I'm trying to say what my opinion is. I think it's kind of crazy. I keep being stigmatized, and every Trump supporter is, and then they pretend like you can't like even defend back. But he just even said I'm a yapper. Like,
dude,
what? What's
dude,
he then?
do you want a Kleenex, dude? I called you a yapper. Do you want a Kleenex?
I have to unmute myself.
I like how because you don't listen to anything I said. I asked you a question. You didn't even answer the question. You just yapped again.
I didn't answer the question. I was asked if I was like mad on a midnight night. You didn't even like really ask a clear question. Re-ask your question then. What was your clear question you wanted me to answer? Am I a yapper?
We're putting him on timeout. Adam, go ahead. What's the reason why you support Trump?
I don't really know what. I don't even remember. I'll just listen to him go on, and I don't remember why the hell I'm even here.
All right. Well, Adam, I appreciate you coming up. Thank you so much, man.
I was just hanging out, letting you guys go, man. Hey, I appreciate letting me up, man. I'll talk to you at some point later.
Gotcha. You know what? That was actually really good. You were so crazy that Adam was like, I can't even support Trump anymore.
Adam didn't support Trump much beforehand, but if you remember his point of view, which I definitely do. I'm just saying, like, Adam already was having a lot of issues with both sides of it, and he was already saying he doesn't now. So just to put words again in other people's mouths.
He said he was never MAGA to begin with, actually.
I'm MAGA. I would definitely say make America great again. People who don't agree with a statement like that sound very anti-American. It's like to support Iran.
Iran.
Iran. The
Yeah.
pronunciation.
I have a question.
The grammar police.
Can I ask you a question? Would you vote for a candidate that said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years?
If he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years, do you mean one of the Olsen girls who they specifically were like? I'd like to know the context. Can you please not try to stigmatize the question already with your crazy bias of what did Stephen Colbert say the same thing? Did every late night host you still listen to say the same thing? I want to know that. And do you support them?
One, I don't listen to Stephen Colbert, and two, I don't.
All evil and dark right now.
One, I don't listen to Stephen Colbert. Two, I don't think Stephen Colbert even did that. So I'm confused what you're talking about. Can you tell me? Would you support Donald Trump? Even if he said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years.
He didn't say 10-year-old girl. He said I would date a 20-year-old girl. That's a weird question. So would he date a 20-year-old girl who everyone in the country thought they were very crazy, and I think it was a disgusting time in our country already just a few years ago? No, I think that, well, sure, I voted for him, so I did. Like, I'm not going to, like, lie to you and say I wouldn't vote for him when I did, and he can't run again. So what do you mean? What's the point of your question?
Just take a listen. Take a listen real quick.
Thursday night. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it? You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
Yeah, that's a 10-year-old girl. You can hear her saying, he goes, are you going up the escalator? She goes, yeah. He goes, can you believe it? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. And then she goes, and like, I'm just really asking you the question. Would you be okay with a 50-year-old man going up to a fifth grader, a fifth grade class, and going up to one of the students? Can you please listen to my question?
Yes.
Would you be okay with a 50-year-old man going up to a fifth grade class, right, and going up to one of the students, right, and saying that he would date them in 10 years?
No, in a professional, no, that sounds definitely fired from their position as teacher sitting there with 10-year-old girls all the time. Definitely fired.
Okay, so to clarify, if that gets you to be fired from being a teacher, why should someone be allowed to be president if they do that?
Well, for one, that's a power dynamics of teacher and their current student. That's a very disgusting scenario you just put up. Like, I think that was a very jump, just one. But other than that, for the point of how, like, well, I don't know why they should now be disqualified from all future employment. And now, like, in the future, he said that, like, how long ago? Once again, it's a how long ago clip they jumped back to 20 years ago.
So to clarify, if a 50-year-old man went if a 50-year-old man went up to a 10-year-old girl in 10 years and said you'd date her in 10 years, you're saying that you'd support him insofar as that it's been 30 years since that happened.
No, I'm saying
Christopher,
that
thank you.
statement, he didn't even go after her. He's made a thing about a person who everyone in the country for disgustingly was sexualizing this 10-year-old girl. And I think it was wrong for anybody to make how many people made statements like that. And I just think it was crazy time in our country that any of them were saying that. And I would, but right now I do.
Who else are you talking about? I don't even know. I would condemn them too.
Well, the many. It's just so many to list. Like
Give
I was
me
trying
one
to say, all the
person.
late night hosts who had her on on their TV shows. Every single one of them.
Had
they literally
who?
said, "Look at how you're going to grow up. You're going to grow up to every man want to date you. Every man already
Who
wants to
said
date
this?
you."
Name one person.
Like Stephen Colbert. He's the one with the
Can you
glasses.
tell me? Can
and
you give me a single source that says Stephen Colbert did that? Because I will condemn Stephen Colbert on the live right now.
You got to go watch it. I just don't remember. I have to go
You
rewatch.
want to go look it up real quick?
Late night host sitting there with a girl who's 10 and sitting there literally how they were
Also,
all.
by the way, would you want Stephen Colbert to be president?
No, but the lot.
Oh, okay. So maybe this isn't the right example for you, buddy. Because just because it is the case that they're a late night host doesn't mean they're qualified, dude.
Want Trump to be president? He's two choices, and I support him. That. Sorry, well you got me, but I do support him, of course, because he was that or pedo Joe / Kamala corruption.
Kamala. Okay, what makes you think that Joe Biden is a P3DO but not Donald Trump?
Because he sniffed women's hair on things. His daughter said so in her diaries. It's like a very close person took showers at inappropriate ages from very many.
Okay, so you're misrepresenting everything. He sniffed his granddaughter's hair, right? Does not make him a P3DO. And then you're talking about in terms of his daughter, right? Ashley Biden, her diary, which this is unverified, the contents of it, because the diary was controlled by Project Veritas, a right-wing think tank. But even if we were to accept the conditions if it were true, it doesn't say like at an inappropriate age. It just says that Joe Biden like just showered with his daughter to like clean her when she was a kid. That's all it says. And also the contents are not verified. But even if the contents were, that particular claim, plenty of adults do that with their children, right? In terms of taking care of them, making sure that they're okay. That's not evidence at all, even that it was in a sexualized context or at all when they were older, right? You understand that, again, parents do that with their children all the time because their children aren't old enough to do it by themselves.
Yeah, but I know Trump didn't do that, and he had wives that he actually went with, and he did it with porn stars, and he did it with women who wanted Trump and were like fiending for Trump. Like it was very crazy way these women.
Okay, I don't know why he just randomly talked about this. What? Are you talking about him cheating on his wife with a porn star? Is that what you're trying to say?
I mean, that's how it's more evidence that he didn't go. Like one person did and has allegations from their own daughter that creeped her out, and she's still like, sure, maybe it hasn't been substantiated, but neither was the Biden laptop.
It never said that. It never said that she was creeped out. I don't know what you're talking about. Romy, thank you so much for the $5, and Mike, thank you for the $5.
Never said she was creeped out because it was written in her diaries
Ghost,
years later that
the
she
$2. Happy birthday, Ghost. What's up?
And how it makes her feel uncomfortable still now. That was literally the writing, and that was the article.
The specific diary said, like thinking back on it, that might be inappropriate. Like it's literally that's all.
Thank you. That was the exact quote.
Yeah. It's her thinking that like again, if it were the diary, if the contents were verified, it's her thinking that like just the idea of parents, right, like showering with their kids might be an inappropriate thing. That's just what she was saying. By the way, if it was the case that the contents are verified. Also, again, this is what you're saying. Donald Trump's a pedophile. I mean, Joe Biden's a pedophile based upon, but you aren't willing to say that about Donald Trump, who
more than
bragged.
That, I said
where Donald Trump bragged about walking into the changing rooms of girls in Miss USA because he quote unquote owns the place to inspect them without their consent. Where there was an 18-year-old that came out, so there was 4 girls as young as 15 years old. He said that Jeffrey Epstein was a terrific guy and that he likes beautiful women as much as he does. Many of them on the younger side. He also said he would be dating his own daughter if it wasn't his daughter. He said yeah to Howard Stern calling his daughter a piece of ass. I mean, there's plenty of things I can bring up specifically. Also, the 10-year-old him saying he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. That's a pedophilic comment. So, like, don't even get me started. Like, you literally think that's applicable to Joe Biden, but don't think it's applicable to Donald Trump. It's actually insane.
No, I want to know why you don't think it's applicable to Joe Biden. I think it's
I gave you my
explanation. I think those are disgusting statements.
I gave you my explanation.
You didn't say why Joe Biden didn't do any of that. You kept just making some whataboutism that you don't think those the contents were verified, and that then you switched it to how you think some parents are okay with it. Then you even said how she thinks it might not be.
I said the contents aren't verified, but even if they were verified, it doesn't even indicate that he's a pedophile. This guy can't even fucking listen.
Oh, I thought when you first mentioned, before you mentioned, like you first mentioned that some parents don't see it as inappropriate before you then.
I mentioned specifically what happened, and that specifically it is the case that plenty of parents, right, are going to shower with their kids when they're young enough when they literally can't shower by themselves. That's something that a lot of parents do.
Yeah.
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 Are you saying that makes them pedophiles?
No, I wasn't. I was saying now if the kid now looks
so then
back,
what the fuck are you saying? You just said that Joe Biden was a pedophile based on that, but then you're saying all
No, I
those
didn't.
parents aren't pedophiles.
No, I was saying if a daughter writes a diary based on that now in the future and says that they now feel it might have been inappropriate, that it is a possibility that they're a pedophile.
Okay, wait, this is a
It's a
completely different
much higher
argument. Also,
possibility. It's
she
very likely.
denied that, by the way. Evelyn, thank you for the $5.
Yeah.
She said that people were claiming false allegations about
you got a pardon
people that she
for
cares
all
about,
of
which would include specifically that you're talking about that. So that is actually like exactly what you're talking about right now. Ashley Biden came out and said that this is false.
Ashley Biden, yes. They came out saying it's false.
So yeah, what you're saying right
It's
now has
came
been
out saying the
disproven
Biden
by
laptop was false,
it's been,
and
no,
wasn't that
no,
proven
no. What
false?
you're saying has been disproven by Ashley Biden herself.
Is the laptop real, or was the laptop
Evelyn, take the
denied
$5.
by
You mean
by
diary?
Biden? No, the laptop now for no, his son Bo Biden's laptop.
You mean Hunter Biden? You mean?
Hunter Biden. I can't remember all their names even. I don't pay attention enough to Joe Biden's life to sit there and know
what about the
how corrupt
laptop?
he already was, because it's already lists and lists. And
What in
lists.
Hunter Biden's laptop indicates that Joe Biden's a pedophile?
Oh no, it's not what in Hunter Biden's laptop. Their family's known for lying throughout their entire career of being politicians since Joe Biden's the oldest politician in
This
America.
guy's like so fucking delusional. This might be one of the most insane guests I've ever talked to. No wonder why you were in the comment section saying that I was like literally like fucking what's it called? I literally didn't like I was like running away from you and I have no clue who you are. Like
Sure.
You
don't know who anyone is.
You're a lunatic, dude. Judy, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. I don't know how I'm doing it either, to be honest. Jessica, thank you for the $10. You got anything genuine you want to say? Because it sounds like you're just insane.
Sure. All right. Well, I have a lot of genuine things I want to say. The point is, you keep trying to steer conversation into some question you're asking me about sexual. But if you want to switch it to something like,
just give me a second. I need like a moment of silence, bro. Genuinely, just give me a second. Nope. Stay quiet. I need some deep breaths before you come back and talk. Just give me a minute. Okay. All right.
I was enjoying nice.
Oh God, please stop.
Meditation's good.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, nice little meditation, deep breaths, always nice. I enjoy that.
Monty,
I don't think
thank you
it's
so much for the $4.20. Give me some W's for Monty in the comment section right now. Thank you.
like I didn't want to accuse you straight up of like sexual assault or anything like that. Like I don't think that's true. I wasn't trying to be. The point is, like, that's how inflammatory it feels when they're constantly saying Trump supporters are racist. Trump supporters support sexual assault. When I don't really
wait,
what?
What?
Criminally charged for any of this. Trump should be criminally charged, and then I'll believe you. Take him to prison. Take him to prison, and then unless the entire world's corrupt and it's all that, and then what do you do when it's between Biden and Trump?
Do you know why it was in a civil case, not a criminal case?
Sure. Tell me. I don't know.
And by the way, for the people in the chat, he just like randomly said that, and it was just like a completely made up thing. So he was just like, He's just saying like, what if I were to say this about you? Like it's
No,
very
yeah,
interesting.
exactly.
Okay.
Because I heard an article online, and then
Yeah. Respond. Or an article. There's no article online that would say that.
someone made it up. Sorry, someone made it up about you.
There was no article online, even if someone making
Some
that
fake
up.
TikToker or whoever it was made it up about you, and so other people talked about it.
Yeah. Who admitted that it was wrong, that it was made
It was
up
wrong. That's
because they
all I-
wanted to demean me as someone who advocates against grape apologists. The same thing happened with Dean and with Matt. They literally said the
Well,
same
that's
thing
the
about them,
point.
and then
I'm not
also
trying to say
admitted
I'm
they
a
were
grape
lying.
apologist. That's the point. I'm not a grape apologist just for supporting Trump. Like, unless you are for auto supporting Biden when he should be criminally charged, in my opinion, then, or at least investigated for that daughter stuff, but they don't even want to investigate him.
Yeah,
You just want to brush it away.
because she Ashley Biden came out and said that all those allegations are false.
Oh, just because someone has an allegation one time and they immediately retract it later, you don't think a father has power at all?
Wait.
Especially with family dynamic?
Ashley Biden didn't make an allegation and then retract it.
Well, sure. It's like how the Hunter Biden wasn't.
Okay, by the way, he brings this up as a means to deflect away from Donald Trump saying he dated a 10-year-old girl in 10 years, bragging about walking in the changing rooms of girls in Miss TSA because he quote-unquote owns the place to inspect them with their consent, or saying you dated a 10-year-old girl in 10, or already said that, and also, like, literally, what's it called? Like saying yeah to Howard Stern, calling his daughter a piece of ass, right? Like, things like that. You're deflecting away from that. Why are you,
No,
can
I
you
said that
address
was
those?
disgusting. I agree with you. Fully disgusting.
Are those pedophilic?
They sound highly pedophilic. Yeah.
So
from
then
their-
is Donald
from
Donald
how they
Trump
sound, yeah.
so then you agree
Or
Donald
did.
Okay, can you give
Is he a pedophile?
if you agree that Donald Trump is pedophilic, right? Is Kamala
Well, you
Harris
think about Joe Biden is too, though.
Do you think Kamala Harris is pedophilic?
Do I think Kim? I don't know enough about her other than like how she wanted to lock up people for marijuana and how she just like.
Well, you can't say
will
that on
took
the
over
live,
the
but I'm
Democrat
gonna get
Party
off anyway
through
here in a
nothing.
second. So Jesus
Nothing.
Christ.
They just took it over.
Okay, so do you have any good reason to believe Kamala Harris is pedophilic?
I'm not gonna. follow a
No. So
person that's
if
just
you
puppet
if you
president.
believe that Donald Trump is pedophilic and you don't believe that Kamala Harris is pedophilic, why'd you support Donald Trump over Kamala Harris?
I didn't pay attention to those statements because he's not a registered pedophile. And,
Okay,
like, if he did, he would've went up and said
now
it.
with the knowledge that you have right now, would you say that you wouldn't support Donald Trump anymore?
No, because he's a registered pedophile. If he registered pedophile, definitely, I would definitely
I'm
dismiss
sorry.
him immediately.
By
Registered pedophile.
the way, are you saying, right, if someone is not a registered pedophile, that you wouldn't believe that they're a pedophile?
No, if I had more clear evidence put in front of me, in front of my hand, like picture clear evidence.
Held civilly liable of sexual abuse, right? Or the fact that he was literally, or the fact that he bragged himself about walking into the changing rooms. He bragged himself about walking into the changing rooms of girls from his USA because he quote-unquote owns the place to inspect them without their consent. He said about Epstein that he's a terrific guy and that he likes beautiful women as much as he does many of them on the younger side. That's what Donald Trump said explicitly himself.
We should look into the Epstein files. Everyone should be demanding that.
Wait, what do you think's in the Epstein files? Christina, thank you so much for the $20.
I think
Thank you so much.
anything
I
can
really
be in the
appreciate it. Thank
Epstein
you.
files.
I'm so
I
sorry
don't
to hear
know.
that. Christine, oh
I
my
think from
gosh.
Stephen Hawking to Neil deGrasse Tyson to anyone in the world.
Yeah, Christina, I'd have to look, and then tomorrow I might be able to because I'd have to look through.
Bill Clinton on the manifest. Many people on the manifests. So I don't know. But what I think is in the Epstein files would be a lot of corruption with like a lot of the world. Why do you think all of media?
Do you think Donald Trump's on the
tries
Epstein
to push
files?
this type of stuff.
Do you think that Donald Trump's on the
I don't
Epstein
have
files?
enough evidence to know what's in the Epstein files. I don't say anyone's guaranteed in the Epstein files, like guaranteed to be a pedophile from it right now, until they reveal it. Ghislaine Maxwell. Other than that, I don't really know.
I can't do it anymore with him. I can't do it, chat. I just can't. I cannot do it. It's so brutal. Let me see if my girlfriend's back because I might just be at the time to get off. I just want to recommend everyone make sure to follow the stream if you have not already. I do these lives every single day, so if you like this type of content, seriously, I'd really appreciate if you follow. I'd really appreciate if you follow if you're on YouTube to make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Roro, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's horrible.